Yo! Good morning. Welcome on in to a Saturday morning edition for all of you psychotic Sixer and NBA fans, as we are back for game number 2 of the Abu Dhabi preseason series between the 76ers and the Knicks. The Knicks took game 1, the Sixers looking to bounce back and take game 2 and look better overall as we continue to move throughout this preseason. Interesting storylines from last game. Both starting lineups back in it today. Will the Sixers prevail? Obviously down some players. We won't see Quentin Grimes yet, but the guys that are on the floor, VJ Edgecombe looking to build off of last game. Tyrese Maxey looking to build off last game. And some positional battles looking to be won here in the preseason. We're going to talk about all of it. We're going to break it all down right here on Philly Take with RB. Let's go, chat. Good morning, man. Probably the earliest live stream we'll ever do. Sixers Game Day Live, presented by Sleeper. Pregame, live game, postgame. Let's go, chat. Let's go, man. Let's go. Welcome on into the show once again. Officially this time, it is Philly Take with RB, the Sixers Game Day Live show. Every single game, pregame, live game, and postgame coverage right here. We give you the live watch party play-by-play analysis. We preview the game before and we break it down after. So welcome into the channel. I'm RB. Thank you for being here. Make sure y'all run up the likes in the chat, hit the subscribe, and most importantly, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of the coverage. We'll be dropping videos going live all season long. Good morning, good afternoon, or maybe good evening, wherever you're tapping in from. Officially welcome on in. Second preseason game, man. We're going to get to a couple of the keys in this game, a couple of the things I'm looking out for, and we're going to read out some of the comments in the chat, and we are going to talk about what we can really take away from these games. I put out a short last game, and a lot of people were mad, like, RB, why are you getting so mad about a preseason game? You're out of your mind. One guy was like, you need to get a life, bro. Well, unfortunately, this is my life. And if a team shoots 3 for 35, I mean, I got to talk about it. I have to talk about it. Sorry. But anyway, that's where we're at, man. So it is a Saturday morning. Obviously, it's a big day here in Philly sports. You have the Eagles getting ready to take on the Broncos tomorrow, trying to stay undefeated. It is the Phillies' first playoff game today. It's Red October. So if you are a Sixers fan and you are tuning in at 11 a.m. for a preseason game, give yourself a pat on the back because you are incredible. And get active in the chat, man. I want to see some comments. I want this to be interactive. I want to have fun like we do every single game. Lastly, shout out to the channel members. If you guys want to become a member and support the show, hit that join button down below or drop some comments in the chat. And who knows, maybe sometime here in the next couple games, we'll gift out some memberships. Whoever is most active in the chat will get a little number next to their name showing that they are the chat leader. So make sure y'all get interactive. And lastly, support our sponsors. Shout out to Sleeper, presented by Sleeper all season long. Go check out Sleeper. Use the code PhillyTake and go make your picks for some of the games coming up. We'll talk about that here in a few. But we got a $2 super chat from Lee Darkfire in the chat. Says, run the likes up, chat. Lee, what's going on, man? Starting us off with a bang. Hold on. Let's give you a little air horn. Yo, can we wake the neighbors up, man? Can we wake the neighbors up, man? I know last game it was noon on a weekday, so, you know, they were already up and out and about. But today, Saturday morning, maybe they were out late last night having some fun, preparing for Red October. So maybe they're trying to sleep right now. Little sleeping in action, and we can wake them up. Let's get it up to 100 likes so we can run up the air horn and piss off the neighbors. If you guys are new to the channel this year, every 100 likes, we drop the air horn, we drop the yes, sir, and we wake up the neighbors. The walls are very thin. They can absolutely hear the soundboard, and let's piss them off. Let's do it. What else we got up in the chat, man? Kid Lamar, what's going on? Matt Tampa says, did realize we had a game, then you popped up on YouTube. Thank you, Matt. What's going on, man? Kior, what's going on? Wade, what's good? Says Trendon Watford is not on the inactive list today, so he might be available. Yeah, I was hoping to see whether or not he'd be good to go. So we'll talk about the lineups here in just a second. I hope we get to see Trendon. PHLY guy says, good morning, RB. We're going to see better play today. VJ will poster somebody. I'll tell you what, he was close the other day. He was close to postering somebody the other day. Who was it? Mitchell Robinson? Eventually, I mean, sooner rather than later, we're going to get a VJ Edgecombe poster. So I'm excited. Busy B in the chat. What's up, Busy B? Reporting for duty. Shout out to the mod squad. Always tapping in. We have Matthew in the chat. We have Moose in the chat. Says, do the Sixers win today? Who do you guys think is going to win today? Drop it in the chat right now. Here are your starting lineups for the Sixers. It'll be Tyrese Maxey, VJ Edgecombe, Kelly Oubre Jr. at the 3, Dominic Barlow at the 4, and Adem Bona at the 5. And for the New York Knicks, it'll be Jalen Brunson at the 1, Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby is back and playing today, Karl Anthony Towns at the 4, and Mitchell Robinson at the 5. Sixers inactives today include Joel Embiid, Kyle Lowry, Paul George, Quentin Grimes, and Jared McCain. We will see Quentin Grimes next week. I believe the next game's on Friday. So 6 days from today, we'll see Quentin Grimes back in Philly, and he'll finally get on the floor. Jared McCain obviously hurt. Embiid and Paul George, no point in playing them in preseason. And they're still dealing with injuries. Who do you guys think is going to win this game today? Sixers or Knicks? I mean, it's hard to say. You know, obviously, last game started out as a really good game, got through halftime, and then the Sixers put on one of the worst shooting performances I think I've ever seen. I did not go and get to, look stuff up, and I also didn't get to add the VJ emoji, but trust and believe it'll be coming this week. So make sure y'all remind me to put that VJ Edgecombe emoji on, so we can start throwing that in the chat for the members. But, yeah, I mean, 3 for 35 is an absolute disaster. And like I said, people were acting like I was overreacting. I understand it's a preseason game and it's going to be sloppy and they're trying to get the rust off. And I do believe they will shoot better today. But 3 for 35 is just wild. And I don't want to ever see that again. I definitely think they need to be more creative on the offensive side. I feel like they were kind of just out there, jogging through it. And it was like playing, some runs at the local LA Fitness. Like there was no strategy. There was nothing. It was just take the ball, drive downhill, and everybody else stand around. So I definitely want to see them get creative here. I do think in the first quarter they were playing a lot quicker, but, without Joel Embiid and Paul George on the floor, I think that, that changes how you want to play. We got Dave Jones in the chat, says, good morning. What's up, Dave? How are you, man? Matt says the Knicks are lame for playing starters. Hey, I mean, they'll probably play them for the first half again. If I had to predict, if Tom Thibodeau was still the coach, they'd probably play them all game. But let's see. No Josh Hart. He's dealing with back spasms, says Wade. Yeah, Josh Hart, he took a hard spill last game, so I didn't expect him to play, but there's your confirmation. It's the law of average that the Sixers win. I don't know. I mean, the Knicks have a lot better players on the floor today, but really what I'm looking for in this game, again, I'm looking for the power forward position. Dominic Barlow, I think, had 9 rebounds the other day, and Jabari Walker had, I think, 5 or 6 off the bench. So I'm looking for somebody to take the reins on that power forward position, and hopefully today we will get some eyes on Trendon Watford. Now, if Watford is available, if I'm being honest, I don't understand why Watford would not be starting. Maybe they're trying to limit his minutes. But to be quite honest with you, I want to see Trendon Watford. Because no offense against Trendon, and, obviously we talked to Tyrese Maxey. He's boys with Trendon, and he's got a lot of good things to say about him, and Nurse has a lot of good things to say about him, and Maurice has a lot of good things to say about him. But I think the Trendon Watford signing was almost in a way coping with the fact that there was no really solid top-level power forwards on the market, and the Sixers are acting like the power forward position doesn't even exist. Like in media day, they were talking about running 4-guard lineups, and they were like, yeah, the power forward is a lost art. But going back to what I said the other day, I really do believe that the Sixers, based on the way the roster's constructed right now, with Joel Embiid being that anchor if he plays, you need a solid complementary power forward that's going to align to Joel Embiid's skill set. Like the Sixers can't play like Oklahoma City if they still have Joel Embiid and Paul George on the floor, right? Like they have to revamp the roster if they want to change how they're going to play. And maybe that is what we're trending to eventually. As I said before, if Joel Embiid and Paul George do not play a lot of games this year, I mean, heads are going to start turning. They're going to start turning quick because then it starts going back to your bottom line. And if fans aren't going to the games and people are pissed off and the Sixers are kind of just forgotten about again, well, then Josh Harris is not making profit. And then he gets mad. And then a lot of other things happen. Needless to say, I hope we see Trendon Watford on the floor. I swear I go off on these like soliloquies here. But yeah, I want to see the power forward. That's my biggest thing. Also, I thought it was interesting that Adem Bona got the first backup minutes last game. I do think he should be, I guess, the lead to start the backup center. Now, Andre Drummond, I thought looked okay. Definitely a lot slimmed down, but at this point, how old is Andre Drummond? Like 34, 35, if I had to guess. What's the point of playing Andre Drummond when you can develop a backup center like Adem Bona who's flying out of the gym and is 23 years old? So anyway, those are the things I'm looking for. I'm looking for Tyrese Maxey to continue to be the floor general, set his teammates up, get guys involved. And really, it goes back to Nick Nurse. Like, Nick Nurse has to be more creative on the offensive side. I mean, after the first quarter last game, we saw so many guys just, like, sporadic. And there was no rhyme or reason. It reminded me a lot of last season and how the Sixers played. And at certain times, we're just sitting there scratching our heads like, what are you guys doing out there? I want to see Maxey take that playmaking leap. And I really liked what I saw from VJ last game. And I think a lot of people who didn't watch last preseason game but only looked at the box score will not get the full story. Like, I think the stats were very deceptive. So, VJ was inefficient according to the box score, but his game was really good the other day. Like, he impacted winning. And I think that's the type of impact we're going to see all year long. So I want to see VJ continue to handle the ball a little bit and, just become a main, not threat, but just like an option in this offense. I want them to get more comfortable with everything around VJ Edgecombe. Like, I want to unleash him in a way, not hold him back. All right, man, here we go. 100+ people in the chat. Guys, 37 likes. We got to get those up, man. We got to wake up the neighbors. Get us to 100 likes. We had like almost 400 last show. You guys were crushing it. Hit those thumbs up. I know it's early. I know you're probably still waking up. But let's give some shout-outs in the chat, and let's drop that beat. Hold on, man. Drop the beat. Let's go. Sixers Game Day Live. We're back again, man. Number 2. All season long. Number 1 spot, pregame, live game, postgame coverage. You don't even have to leave the stream. It's all here for you, man. Let's go. Let's get it. Sixers versus Knicks, Abu Dhabi series, game number 2. Sixers looking to bounce back. Yeah. Let's go. Let's go, man. Let's get some fires rolling in the chat. I'm going to give some shout outs here in a second. Sixers Game Day Live show presented by Sleeper. I'm excited, man. I'm excited to watch this team play. Like I said the other day, guys, I know we have a lot of fans in here, that are frustrated Sixers fans. I know we have other NBA fans. I'm just really excited to be back calling NBA games again and reacting to them in real time. And throughout this season, we're going to live stream other games as well, prime time and big games. I'm just excited that the season is almost back. And I don't want to go back to what happened last year, but no matter what happens, I feel like it'll be better this year. But I love this community that we've built up. I love the fact that I can just watch a game and react to it with the best fans in the world, you know, and just talk to other people. Well, I guess not talk to other people, but I talk and you listen and you talking away. You comment in the chat. I mean, I love this stuff, man. I live and die by this stuff. So let's freaking go. We're back. Thank you for being here. And let's give some shout outs into the chat. Number one right now on the leaderboard is Lee Dark Fire. Dropping the yes, sir. I want to drop the yes, sir. I really do. But we got to get it to 100 likes first. Matthew says VJ is a Russell Westbrook type of player. Yeah, I could see that comparison early in his career, especially, you know, if he continues to be an aggressive ball handler and go downhill. I like VJ's game a lot. Let's see. Wade says, let's get it done this time. Ryan Rowe in the chat. What's up, Ryan? Robbie, what's good? Says, run the pick and roll. MRD says, what do you think about Amani Bates? I think he's just another body, you know, and probably be a Blue Coats player and maybe find his way up eventually, but he's got to prove it. Has to prove it. Let's not go 3 for 35. I really, look, if they go 3 for 35, I might have to cancel the rest of the preseason. I might have to cancel the rest of the preseason if they go 3 for 35. Like I said the other day, and make sure y'all follow us on all platforms, man. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok. We're putting out content everywhere. Like I said, we're trying to dominate, take over, but, you know, a lot of people were reacting to the clip I put up on Instagram after the last game, and they're like, dude, you need a life. You're overreacting. And I'm like, did you actually watch the game? Because I can only think of maybe 2 or 3 times in my entire life that I watched a team go 3 for 35. Like, that is not, that's really hard to do. They got to shoot better and they have to rebound. I will literally say it until I'm blue in the face. Rebounding goes back to the power forward position. Like, it just has to be better. It has to be better. All right, ladies and gentlemen, drop your final score predictions in the chat right now. I'm going to read out a couple of my favorite score predictions and I'm going to give you mine. Drop your final score prediction in the chat right now. Who wins this game? And also, who will be the leading scorer in this game? Who will be the leading scorer in this game? Before I read out a couple of the final score predictions and leading stat prediction, got to give a shout out real quick to our great presenting sponsor here at Philly Take with RB. It is Sleeper. If you guys haven't downloaded the Sleeper app, definitely download it. Check it out. Right now, they are giving out a free $20 entry. You don't have to do anything. No deposit, none of it. Just sign up, make an account, use code PhillyTake. Get a free $20 entry on Sleeper. Sleeper is the #1 sports fantasy real money gaming app. They have a great interactive component. So you download the app, you can get all your news in real time, your fastest scores, anything right at your fingertips. You can play fantasy football and you can use Sleeper picks and choose anywhere from 2 to 8 of your favorite players from pregame, even live during the game. Doesn't matter. One game across sports, it doesn't matter. You just have to pick the overs or the unders, more or less than the predicted stats. You can make these entries in less than 30 seconds, $1 minimum on those entries, and you can get up to 1,000 times your payout if your picks win. So use promo code PhillyTake and get up to a $100 match on your first deposit, up to $100. And right now they're giving away a free $20 entry, no deposit required. Terms and conditions apply. See Sleeper's terms of use for details. Operational in over 25 states. Shout out to Sleeper for partnering with us this season. All right, man. Final score prediction for me, I'm going to go Sixers 109 to 105. Sixers find a way to get the win, even though they're the underdogs. And I think that Tyrese Maxey will have 21 points in about 2.5 quarters. Let's see. Get those score predictions in the chat. Matthew says 112-83 Knicks. Knicks by 15. New York Tony says 117-91 Knicks. AO says 105-104 Sixers. 110-106 Sixers. VJ with a 30-piece says Lee. Let's go. I'm going 109-105 Sixers with the upset. Maxey with 21 leading score. I think VJ could have something like 13, 8, and 4. couple steals. So once again, for the New York Knicks, it'll be Jalen Brunson, Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby, Karl Anthony Towns, and Mitchell Robinson. For the 76ers, it'll be Tyrese Maxey, VJ Edgecombe, Kelly Oubre, Dominic Barlow, and Adem Bona. Guys, make sure y'all hit that like button, man. 140 people in here. Get us to 100 likes so we can wake up the neighbors, piss them off, and hit that horn. Who are you most looking forward to watching today? Busy says, smash that like button, peeps. Wade says, it does not look like Watford is playing. Yeah, I wouldn't think that Watford is playing because he would be starting. I feel like he should be starting, you know? So give me your thoughts in the chat. Who are you most looking forward to watching? Definitely looking forward to that power forward and backup center. Let's see, Ryan Rowe, 114-107. VJ with a 30-piece. Lee says 110-106 Sixers. PG in the top 7 MVP race. Wow, that is a bold take. That is a hot take. Juan says 110-100 Sixers. Wade says 105-102 Philly. Busy says 94-90 with an old-fashioned Sixers win. VJ with 24-12-7. Matthew says, can you bet on the preseason? You can. I don't think Sleepers got their picks going, but you can definitely go over to Sleeper. Like I said, you can go across multiple sports. So you could go MLB playoffs today. You can go with NFL tomorrow. You can make picks across multiple sports. So we'll take a look at that around halftime. But let's see. Busy says, I wish we'd run a double big lineup. I think we'll see it. I do think we'll see it. Knicks first half, -3.5. Dip says, long time no see. What's going on? Yeah, it's an early game. Nelson in the chat, what's going on? Nice says 112-107 Sixers. Maybe I'm a casual fan. Who is Barlow? He is a two-way contract player who is fighting for that power forward spot. Along with Trendon Watford and Jabari Walker. Here's VJ for 3. That one's off the back iron, but he's fouled. We started off with a 3-point foul, so VJ will head to the line. It's going to be on Mikal Bridges. Also, make sure you guys understand the concept that we will have a little bit of a delay here on YouTube. That is just natural. So make sure you time your game up wherever you're watching it with my broadcast. And please do not spoil anything in the chat. Thank you very much. Channel members, let's see those emojis in the chat. Let's go. Welcome in. First one is good for VJ. ESPN's got to stop trying to throw these ads up on our show, man. We already got sponsorships, man. Chill, ESPN. Corey says there's a lot of twin tower lineups. Let Bona play the 4 dunker spot. Joel plays outside the post anyway. He shouldn't all the time, though. He shouldn't. Short dropping the fires. Let's get some fires in the chat. Let's get some emojis. Let's fire up the chat. Let's go. Second one good at the line for VJ Edgecombe. 14 points the other day. Stuffed the stat sheet. A lot of fun. And all 3 are good for VJ Edgecombe. So it's going to be a trifecta at the line. 3-0. Sixers off to the start. Bona guarding Mitchell Robinson at the top of the key. Here's OG Anunoby going to find Karl Anthony Towns. Towns sidesteps, fades away over Barlow. Got it off 1 foot. A very soft touch from Karl Anthony Towns. Here's VJ Edgecombe, Tyrese Maxey. Sixers rocking the white unis again. Knicks rocking the blue. Oubre the pump fake. He's going to dribble, drive, puts it up off a foot, and he is fouled. So far to start this game, feels like we're trending back to what happened on Thursday, where we had maybe the longest preseason game ever. I think there was like, 25, 30 fouls in that game? It was pretty crazy. Guys, make sure y'all hit that thumbs up button, man. I'm RB. This is Philly Take with RB. We live stream every Sixers game, pregame, live game, and postgame. We're going to live stream other games as well this year. We're going to have a lot of fun. So make sure you guys are in the chat, getting active. There's the fires. There we go. Jai says, I'm watching from the Philippines. Can you give us a huge shout out? Shout out to the Filipino viewers, man. Let's go. Let's go. What time is it in the Philippines right now? What time is it where everybody's tuning in from? Let me know. What time is it? Maxey going to step back for 3. That's off the mark. Oubre went 1 for 2 at the line. Knicks get the rebound. And here comes OG Anunoby. Much more packed crowd here in Abu Dhabi as the NBA trying to continue to promote internationally. Towns finds Anunoby under the rim. Turns, spins back to Bridges. Down the lane, kicks it. Anunoby. Here's Anunoby over Oubre for three, and that one is no good. Preseason debut for OG Anunoby, who missed last game with injury. Maxey switched on to the big. He's got Robinson. One bounces. VJ driving, kicks. Oubre, corner three. No can do. Sixers off to a cold start again here, shooting from the field. Brunson to Anunoby. Oubre tries to poke it away. Anunoby sitting on the floor. And it was Edgecombe who, once again, just shows some of that grit, you know, diving on top of it, trying to force the jump ball. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. The score didn't update. My fault. I apologize about that. Thank you for letting me know. Sometimes, like I said, man, I'm a one-man show here, so I'm trying to run a bunch of different things. So if anything messes up, just let me know. Short says we need to wake up those neighbors. We're at 63 likes, but we got 160 people in here. I think we can get that up to 100. I think we can get that up to 100, man. Let's go. Hit that thumbs up button, man. Get us to 100 so we can wake up our neighbors. Here's the jump ball. Brunson at the top. After the tip was won by Mitch and a miss on the float. Knicks couldn't hold on to it. Here come the Sixers flying down the floor. VJ all the way. Up with the soft touch. Can't get it. Oubre the rebound, and he's smacked across the face and fouled. Let's go, man. Shout out to Busy B in the chat. Cool J, what's up? Will we be able to watch the game here live? Unfortunately, no, we cannot do that, but we will give you the live play-by-play, and we'll react to it as it happens, and we'll give you all the analysis right here. Why is this messing up? I'm sorry, man. There we go. That should be... I don't know what's going on today. There we go. By the way, VJ just got a bucket as well. Here's New York. Anunoby from the baseline gets it to fall. There we go. I don't know why that was being like that. Don't worry, man. We'll get it figured out. We will get it figured out. Let's do that. Oh, there we go. Josh says, tuning in 11:12 p.m. in the Philippines. Javin says 10:12 a.m. 1:12 in Sydney, Australia. Shout out to Sydney, Australia. That is amazing that you're up at 1 a.m. to watch a preseason game. Incredible. Incredible. Tied up at 5. Now the ball's thrown away, stolen by the Knicks. Here's Anunoby, pops up for 3 and hits again. Sorry that we missed the big play from VJ. I was trying to fix the stats and stuff. Oubre misses it right under the rim. Knicks lead it by 2. Here's the alley-oop, and Mitch throws it down. So now it's a 4-point lead for New York. Here's VJ again, sifting through the defense, swings it out. Barlow for 3, and hits! Dominic Barlow with the spot-up corner 3. It's 9-8. Here's Karl Anthony Towns off balance, shoots up a wild 3, no good. VJ boxes out Bridges, and it's going the other way. Sixers basketball. So anyway, what happened on that VJ play is I'm looking at it again here. VJ essentially was at the wing, took the pass, went downhill. Knicks didn't really contest it, but VJ threw down a one-handed hammer. Anunoby got right out of the way. That was huge, man. VJ Edgecombe's going to be a very good player. Here's Kelly Oubre driving downhill, gets plucked again. Oubre playing a wild game so far. Sixers get it back. Here's Maxey driving all the way, kicks it out. Barlow wants another one. And Barlow can't knock it down. Knicks pick it up. They lead by 2. There's a 3 from Brunson. That one's off wide, but Bridges comes and cleans it up. Once again, the Sixers getting out-rebounded early. Here's Tyrese Maxey, and the Sixers are going to call a timeout. Next time, I will not turn my head to miss a big play. But, man, VJ Edgecombe he's exciting. The amount of lift that he had on that play was incredible. Incredible. All right, guys, 200 people now in the chat. 72 on the likes. Get us up to 100, man. Get us up to 100 so we can hit the air horn finally. Wake up the neighbors. Happy Saturday. It's Red October. Got a lot of good stuff going on. OG Anunoby did not waste any time getting out of the way. Those are the types of plays we see from VJ that make us think, like, yeah, this guy can, like, be a real component this year and win Rookie of the Year. Trying to think of the last time I saw a Sixer jump out of the gym like that. It's been a while since we had a dude like that. And you think about it, if VJ Edgecombe can be, a plus defender, I mean, he's going to make a real impact this season. Number one thing I like about VJ is that he wants to absorb knowledge. All of the vets have said, like, yeah, he keeps asking questions. He wants to know this. He wants to know that. We have been burned here with a lot of players that just don't care enough. And I think VJ Edgecombe really wants to get better. So... Also, it looked like the Sixers actually ran a play on that VJ play. It looked like Bona came up and set a little flare screen. First, they set one to get Maxey open, and then Bona came up and set one at the top. That was really nice. Also, I'll be honest, man, Barlow's looking okay so far. One guy that I'm seeing some stock down on right now is Kelly Oubre. I mean, he keeps turning the ball over. Doesn't have a recorded turnover, but, I mean, he has been responsible for a couple bad plays so far. Oubre's got to really, really be smarter with his decisions. Busy says almost 200 people. Let's get the likes up. Let's go. We're 23 away. OJ says, I'm going to be saying box out for the 4th straight season. I agree, man. And once again, I will be screaming rebounding, rebounding, rebounding for the 4th straight season as well. I mean, the Sixers need rebounders, man, and they need to box out. I agree. PHLY says, we haven't had this athleticism here in a long time. I agree, man, 100%. Busy says, go Phils. I'm rooting for y'all to take out the Dodgers. I think they can. It's going to be a heck of a series. He looks a bit short. What is his height? It's a good question. I think he's listed as like 6'2", 6'3", but I don't think he is. Who did we have that can get posters like that? It's been a while since we've had anybody like that. Glad to get some rebounding from the guard position. We can use all rebounding we can get. I agree, 100%. Not since KJ McDaniels says D. What's going on, D? Welcome in, channel member. Drop that blue and red in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see it. VJ gets blocked up top, but they're going to call an offensive illegal screen, I believe. Called something. Yeah, it was on a Dem Bona. He moved on the screen. Brunson did a nice job of flopping there. Knicks lead it by 4. It's 12-8. 7 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Brunson goes up with a soft touch. He's fouled and won. Just a beautiful finish there by Brunson. That's how he can really just annihilate you. Even though he did kind of, sell it a little bit, that mid-range, finding that space and just using it to his advantage and getting the big to bite on it. That's what Brunson does. Sixers are on a cold spell right now. James says, I'm tuning in through my computer. My phone is dead. What's up, James? Welcome in, man. Yeah, get active in the chat, man. Drop some blue and red. Drop some blue and red in the chat. Let's go, Sixer Nation. Stand up, man. Stand up. Lou says, what's up, Barbie? Just saw you were streaming. Didn't even know that we played. It's a weird time. Weird timing of a game. Brunson going to knock down the free throw and in for the Sixers. Oh, wait, no, I thought they made a sub. Okay, they did. Drummond. Drummond is in. Oubre at the top, going to swing it over to VJ. VJ kicks it back. Oubre at the wing, going to pop up a three, and it's good. Kelly Oubre Jr. finally getting on the board. Here's Karl Anthony Towns going to find Mitchell Robinson. Now Brunson. Brunson going to dribble, drive, downhill, goes up, puts it up, and gets it to fall. Maxey went sliding backwards on the hardwood. 17-10. Knicks with the lead. Here's VJ going to find Maxey. Maxey from deep. Off the back iron, no good. I need to see Maxey, kind of taking the charge here, especially without Embiid and PG on the floor. And there's Maxey gets called for a foul on the other end. Didn't like the call. They're going to say he shoved Bridges a little bit. In case you guys are just tuning in, man, welcome in. This is Philly Take with RB. We do this every single Sixers game of the year. Pre-game, live game, and post-game coverage. First one good at the line for Mikal Bridges. You don't even have to leave the stream. You can literally put your device, your TV, tablet, whatever you're watching on to the side and just keep us here for the next, 3 hours. That's the beauty. Chris says Oubre is frustrating. If he could shoot high 30s from the three, he'd be a great piece. I agree. If we could go back to pre-car accident Kelly Oubre, we'd be fine. Kelly Oubre, once he got in that Lamborghini accident thing, he stopped shooting consistently. We need to go back to pre-Lamborghini Oubre. Here's Tyrese Maxey at the top, going to find Dominic Barlow. Hands it off to VJ Edgecombe. Edgecombe trying to get busy with the ball. Closed out on by Bridges. Here's Barlow. Barlow driving off the dribble, goes up and blocked from behind by Mikal Bridges. He had a good idea. He just couldn't do it quick enough. Let's go, man. Get those comments flying. Get that blue and red. We need 5 more likes. Who's going to get us to 100, man? 2 on the shot clock. Maxey's got to put it up. He lost it, and he was swiped. It's going to be a foul on the New York Knicks. Speaking of which, Gershon Yabusele has entered the ballgame. Jordan Clarkson. Brunson goes to the bench. I'm excited to get back to Philly this week with the Sixers preseason. That way we can see Quentin Grimes as well. I'm sure he'll want to prove a lot early on. But Deuce McBride comes into the game. Yabusele, Jordan Clarkson. Maxey going to go 2 for 2 at the line. So it is 19-12. Bridges driving downhill, literally just shoves Oubre out of the way, and he couldn't stay in front of it. So an easy bucket on the other end for Mikal Bridges. I like how much VJ has the ball in his hands right now. I want him to get comfortable with that. Here's Tyrese Maxey. He's going to drive, kick, VJ spot up 3. It's airballed. Airballed by VJ Edgecombe. Clarkson the one bounce, swiped away by Drummond. Sixers have it. Oubre, Maxey steps into a 3. It's good. It's good.
He's on fire.
Oh, we got 100 likes. Let's go. Drop those yes sirs in the chat. Time to wake up the neighbors, man. Here's Bridges coming around his screen. He's going to drive, float it up. Yabu gets sent to the deck by VJ Edgecombe. Time to wake up the neighbors, man. Sleeping in on a Saturday, no can do. Let's Let's go. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Woo. If you guys don't like the air horn, I'm sorry, but we have to do it. It's a staple of the channel. You got to have some fun. You know, I can't just be a robot here for 4 hours. I mean, I love doing the sports coverage, and that's the cream of the crop, but you got to have some fun along the way. Jabari Walker in for the first time. Nice level of defense there by the Sixers with Walker and Drummond. This is what I wanted to see last game. I want to see Jabari Walker at the 4. Here's Edgecombe, crossover, kick to Walker. He drives in, number 33 going in, dumps it, Drummond up and in. Beautiful play by Jabari Walker. I still think he was deserving of a standard contract. He got a 2-way based on how things were shaping out. Jabari Walker was one of the best defensive rebounders percentage-wise, efficiency-wise last season. Nice block by Jabari Walker. They called it a foul. Oh, my gosh. Come on. Are we seriously officiating this game like it's game 2 of the playoffs? Come on. Where's the foul? Where's the foul? Just don't understand, bro. First one good at the line for Clarkson. Second one is good for Jordan Clarkson. 22-18, 4-point game, 4 minutes to go here in the first. Jabari Walker again. Going to kick back to Maxey. Maxey, oh, nice roll by Walker. Kicks it out. VJ wide open for 3. Cha-ching! Woo! Let him know, VJ. And what a pass by Jabari Walker. Yeah, I'm telling you what, right now, Jabari Walker, without seeing Trendon Watford, might be the guy to win the power forward job. He's athletic. He can defend. He can rebound. There goes Clarkson right into the lane for an easy bucket. 24-21. Here's Tyrese Maxey. Maxey kicks it. 3-ball Edwards. That's off the mark. VJ with a great rebound, but they calling over the back. Really liking Jabari Walker. $10 super chat from Hayden Azanaro. My man, thank you so much, Hayden. Number 1 on the leaderboard now. He says, hey, it was just a couple years ago. Kelly was playing great defense on Brunson in the playoffs. I don't know. He's like Castellanos on the Phillies. I will always support him. Listen, man, I like Kelly Oubre as a character. I really do. I think he's got that swagger. I think he's got he's got a little bit of, he's unique. That's the best way I could say it. He's different, you know? But I trust him to go out there and be a dog for this team. But then again, we've said that for years now. We need dogs, right? Like Kelly Oubre needs to just play smarter. And I think a lot of that is having Joel Embiid and Paul George on the floor, because then Kelly Oubre doesn't feel the need to take the ball in his hands and try to drive and dribble and spin and lose the ball. He's got to be a 3-and-D guy. I don't think he should try to, take 20 touches a game. It's just not his MO right now. When he's done that in his career, he's been too inefficient. But I do like Kelly Oubre, and I think he can be a plus to this team, but he's got to be smarter. Maxey step back mid-range. That goes Tyrese Maxey heating up.
He's on fire.
Let's go. 25-20. Brunson, step back 3 off the front. Nice rebound by Edwards. It's Maxey, Edwards, Walker, Kennedy Chandler, and Drummond.
Let's go.
Dribble drive, Edwards, Maxey in a corner. Oh, it just rimmed out. Very close. Here come the New York Knicks. Clarkson floats it up. Robinson adapts his body midair and flushes it home. So the Sixers got absolutely beat back on that one. 2:07 to go here in the first. Edwards to Walker. Back up top to Justin Edwards. He's going to dribble. Pull up. 3-ball. I don't know if they called a foul or what happened there. $5 super chat. Hayden Azanaro, thank you so much. Number 1 on the leaderboard, man. Salute, salute. Hayden Azanaro says, as soon as the throwback jerseys get released, I hope they have VJ. That is the one that I want. You know, that's a good point, Hayden. That's a good point. I think I might get the VJ one as well. I think I might get the VJ one as well. I think that would look pretty cool. But honestly, I think I want to get the Maxi one. I want to get the Tyrese Maxey one because I just like the number 0. I think it would look good. What do you guys think? Should we do a giveaway this year? Should we give away a Sixers black alternate jersey? What do you think? I want to see the comments flowing, man. We got 240 people here. What's up, man? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. And by the way, VJ Edgecombe, speaking of him, he looks really good right now. I like what I'm seeing from VJ Edgecombe again. What do you guys think? Should we do a giveaway this year for the Sixers black jersey? I want to see some channel member emojis. I want to see some fires in the chat. Make sure y'all hit that sub button and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our content. Hayden, thank you so much for the love, man. Appreciate you. Let's go. So VJ Edgecombe has 8 points and 2 assists. We have Barlow with 3 points and a board. And we have Jabari Walker with 2 assists so far. He's got 2 fouls, but I like the way he's playing. I want to see Trendon Watford, but I really think that Walker could end up taking that spot. Let's see. We got Busy B in the chat. C-Buy Gaming. Gabriel says, yes, sir. James, what's good? King, what's going on? What else we got? Randy, what's up? Charles says the black jerseys are going to be sick. Brings back the AI days. For sure, man. For sure. We got to bring it back on the stream, you know? OGs know what I'm talking about. That was a nice dime by Jabari Walker. And a nice shot by VJ Edgecombe. All right, man. Who's going to be tapped in with us all season long? If you're going to be tapped in with us, drop a yes, sir, in the chat. I want to know who's going to be rocking with us all season. Also, does anybody else feel like these games are going long here? Like, how many fouls do we have? How many fouls do we have? I mean, we're still in the first quarter. We got 12 fouls in the first quarter. That's a really good way to promote the game to other countries. Foul, foul, foul. I mean, damn, bro. Looked like a steal in the backcourt. Maxey lost it out of bounds, but I think it went out on New York. Guys, make sure y'all follow us on all platforms. All of our links are in the description. They'll be coming through in the chat. Mods, make sure you guys drop them periodically. Trying to grow on all platforms. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. Definitely scaling up on those platforms. $2 super chat from Power Duster 3000 says giveaways plural. He wants 2 giveaways. What's up, Power? Maybe we'll have to give away a few jerseys. We'll see. We'll see, man. Nate, what's going on, man? Deal, what's going on? Dropping the yes, sir. Busy B dropping the yes, sir. All of our channel members, get those emojis, get those exclusive perks. Shout out to y'all, man. Appreciate you. Charles says, I think we have more length on the wings this year. Excited to see the youth. And now we have another review at the scorers table. Pretty sure any new viewer in Abu Dhabi is thinking, man, how long do these games run? How long are these games? What do you guys think right now in terms of the power forward position? Who would be your favorite to win it? I know we haven't seen Watford yet, but what do you think about Jabari Walker and Dominic Barlow so far? I think they both look pretty good. Dude, we are still at the scores table right now. We still have 2 minutes left in the first quarter. Bro, this is crazy. Kennedy Chandler was fighting for that ball. I mean, how is it taking this long to make this call? I do think it's good too that Maxey and VJ are kind of going back and forth with the ball duties. I think it's definitely helping both of them. All right, here we go. New York Knicks basketball, 1:48 to go in the first. Robinson hands it off to Brunson. Two of them chasing Brunson. Here's Anunoby in the corner, and he knocks down another one. 3-point shot for OG Anunoby. It's a 7-point lead, 29-22. Chandler to Maxey. Drummond sets the high screen. Maxey off balance, goes up with it, and can't get it to fall. Wanted the foul, didn't get it. Here's Anunoby on the other end. Drives through the paint, goes up, reverse layup, and he could not get it. It was tapped around by Drummond, and now Maxey has it again. Maxey lost control of it. Knocked over Brunson. Yo, Maxey's got to calm down a little bit. I think Maxey's getting in that mode where he has so much speed and burst. I feel like Maxey's like in overdrive right now, and I understand it. I want to see that, but he's got to pace himself a little bit. Now, luckily, they called a foul on that, so Maxey is going to the line. But yeah. Come on, Maxey. First one was no good. They're playing team ball even in the preseason, says Sylvester. It's definitely a race between Barlow, Watford, and then Walker. Nurse really likes Watford, and Barlow's looking good. I like Walker, though. I think he could be an underrated piece. I still believe Maxey's a two guards is busy. I mean, it kind of looks that way, doesn't it? You know what that means, busy? That means Kyle Lowry's going to be starting point guard. Here's Maxey once again weaving through the defense. Goes up off balance, missed it again. Drummond picks it back up. And Drummond walked. To be quite honest with you, I think if Maxey doesn't show the ability to be that primary playmaker, I think this is like the final chance for him to show that. If not, I think the Sixers might need to go out and trade for a point guard and play Maxey at the 2. But then again, you have this plethora of guards, and I just don't know how they're going to run 4 guards next to Joel Embiid. And now Robinson tried to put up a dunk, and he was fouled by Walker. Even though that was a foul, did you see how quick Walker was able to jump there? He's got a lot of athleticism. Busy says we have yet to get a true point guard. We have Kyle Lowry, man. We have NBA analysts, Amazon Prime analysts. All right, question for the people in the chat. Where's my Phillies fans in here, man? Do we have Phillies fans in here? Where's my Philly fans at? Anybody? Where's my crossover Phillies fans? It's Red October, man. I've been pretty quiet with the Phillies lately on my Twitter page. The Phillies have broken my heart the last couple years, I'm not going to lie, but I am bought back in. I'm going to let my mental health rely on the Philadelphia Phillies for the next couple weeks. So if I seem upset, it's because the Phillies probably choked the series away. I think this is the last hurrah, and their ability to go out and win, I think, hinders on this. I'm not saying they're the favorite, but they had Zach Wheeler, maybe a different situation, but there's no favorite in the MLB playoffs, so it's going to be good. Dodgers is going to be a tough test, but I am so ready to run through a brick wall. I will be at Game 2 on Monday, and I'm excited. Here's VJ Edgecombe working against McBride. 4, 3, 2, turn, spins to his left, fades away off the back rim, and no good. That'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. It is 31-23. There's Trendon Watford in a sweatshirt, sweatpants, and a hoodie. Same thing with the NBA Prime analyst. So that's where we're at. BJ reminds me of Josh Hart with the way that he plays. Deal says, go Phillies. Clark says here. Yo, I'm so ready for Red October, man. I told my buddy, JJ, that 2 years ago when the Phillies choked to the Diamondbacks, I was at Game 2 of that series, and I remember the Phillies winning like 10-0. It was unbelievable. One of the best atmospheres ever. And I was like, yeah, we're winning the World Series. And the fact that they choked that Arizona series away really hurt my spirit with the Phillies. Last year, I didn't really believe in them going into the playoffs. They were cold. So I knew they were going to lose that series. But, man, this is like the final hoorah. Like, you got to go out and get it done. You have to get it done now. And especially with how things have shaped up in the MLB this year, it's been wide open. There's times where I'm like, yeah, the Phillies aren't going to do anything. But then, they go on this hot stretch. I'm just scared about the bats going cold. But anyway, that's my Phillies analysis for the day. And if I seem upset, it's because the Phillies have broken my heart. They better win today. And they better win on Monday when I'm there. Because if they lose, I'm going to be pissed off. Estelle says Knicks should hold down the 2 spot, in the standings for most of the year. Cavs should be the leaders. C's without Tatum, Pacers without Halliburton will take its toll. Who do you guys think is going to be the top 5 teams in the Eastern Conference this year? Give me your way too early prediction. Top 5 Eastern Conference teams. Sport Roustabout, what's going on, man? Shout out to the Mod Squad. Nick Marchetti, what's good? He says, are you streaming the Phillies game? I'm not, but check out my guy Play by Play with JJ. He streams every Phillies game. I probably should stream some of these Phillies games, but I don't know. I'm gonna be fired up. I'll be tweeting about the Phillies though, so make sure you follow me on Twitter. This is it for the Phillies. Ranger and Schwarber will be free agents. Schwarber better stay with the Phillies. Next year, the Home Run Derby and the All-Star Game are coming to Philadelphia. I would love to go to that and watch Schwarber hit like 50 home runs. So we'll see. Best time of the year for sports. 100%, Randy. I agree with you there. We got the Sixers, Flyers, Eagles, and Phillies. Pretty much all going to be on at the same time. 31-23. Here's Miles McBride working against Kennedy Chandler as we start quarter number 2. It's 31-23 Knicks. Here's a 3-ball from McBride. It's way off the mark. Oubre has it, going to find Kennedy Chandler. Here's Barlow. Barlow does kind of look like Thibault. Somebody said that last game. VJ's still in the game. This guy's going to play the whole freaking game again. VJ floats one up off the back rim. Bona tapped it in. No interference, and that one's going to be a bucket for Philly. Nice job by Bona to clean it up. Here's Malcolm Brogdon in for the first time for the New York Knicks. McBride going to find Anunoby, puts up a 3, and that one falls. I don't understand why the score takes so long to update on this game. We got Val tapping in, says, ciao, RB. Sorry for being late. You're good. You're good. What's up, Val? VJ going to dribble, drive downhill, floats it up. Bona under the rim. He's plucked, and McBride with the steal. 1.5 minutes into the second quarter. Very long game so far here in the Abu Dhabi series. Anunoby going to drive, swings it out, stolen by Adem. Here come the Sixers. 4-on-4, 5-on-4. And Chandler throws it away. Come on, bro. Wow, what a swap by Edgecombe. Almost sent it into next year. Brogdon for 3. That's no good. Man. Chandler goes up again. Another miss. Wait, is that Chandler? Is that, am I calling this, is that the wrong guy? Is that Salas? Who's that? No, it is Chandler. That's Chandler. Salas hasn't played yet. I'm pretty sure that was a block by VJ Edgecombe. Did you guys see that block by VJ? Oh my gosh. I didn't know if they were going to give him a block or not, but dude, VJ is jumping out of the gym right now. Here's Edwards, a movement 3, and that one's off the mark. Edwards not looking that good right now. And another foul. My top 5 teams in the East, way too early prediction. I'm going to say Cavs, New York Knicks. This is not in any order, by the way. Cavs, Knicks. I'm going to say Orlando Magic. And I'm going to say Sixers. And either the Bucks or the Hawks. That'll be my 5. 3-ball New York. That one's off the mark. And Barlow tracks it down. Nice rebounding by Dominic Barlow on the defensive end. Here's Adem Bona. He's going to stop on a dime. Bona turns, kicks it back. Edwards. Now VJ handling the ball yet again with Maxey off the floor. Here comes a double screen. VJ 7 on the shot clock. Left hand to right hand through the legs. Steps back. VJ for 3 and airballed it. So that didn't look good. Now you have these girls over here throwing up hearts to the camera. They're like, yeah, I don't know what to do here. First time attending an NBA game, but let me throw up some hearts to the camera. There's McBride kind of looking like Jalen Brunson there with the start and the stop. And he goes right up and in. How come all these fans here in Abu Dhabi are wearing Knicks jerseys? What, they don't like the Sixers or something? What's going on, man? Kelly Oubre at the top working against Yabusele, his former teammate. Oubre trying to get creative with the ball. He turns, he spins, he goes up in traffic, and that was a terrible take by Kelly Oubre. Getting on my nerves, Kelly. Just as I say that, he saves one on the other end, steals it away. Oubre to the corner. Barlow for 3. It's good.
He's on fire.
Dominic Barlow's stock is going up. Barlow's stock is going up. 8 minutes to go here in the second. It's an 8-point game. Here's the dribble, the drive. Brogdon, Yabusele goes up. Blocked by Adem Bona. Get that out of here. Edwards, dribble, drive. He lost it. Dude, this offense is putrid. Turnover after turnover. The defense is fire, but the offense is like, what? And then Oubre with a foul. All right, guys, look, we got 260 people in here. 150 likes. We're halfway to 200. Let's get it to 200, man, because now I'm getting fired up. I need some more caffeine. It's early. Calling all these fouls. And then you got the defense firing me up, and then the offense is pissing me off, man. What's up with the offense? I feel like the Sixers will have a couple stretches where they're calling plays and they're running sets. And then you have Kelly Oubre trying to turn into the best ball handler of all time. What's going on, man? Oh my gosh, man. 37-27. Here's Dominic Barlow after the free throws by New York. Edwards with the rock. Turns to his right. Nice creation. Here's VJ going downhill again. Goes up with it and couldn't finish it. But once again, a nice gather. And man, VJ, his burst to the rim is crazy. They were not lying about the athleticism of VJ Edgecombe. I like VJ's dribble arsenal right now. I like how he's, creating space for himself, but his shot has been bad. He's airballing left and right. Let's go, chat. What's up, everybody? Welcome in, man. Sixers Game Day live show. Every game, pregame, live game, postgame. Presented by Sleeper. D says the Knicks have more of a worldwide fan base. That is true. That is true. But every fan, we can't get one Sixers fan here. Here's Jalen Brunson, going to dribble, drive, dump it down low. Towns plucked out of bounds. We're going to say went out on a Dembona. It'll stay with the New York Knicks. Guys, do me a solid, man. Like and subscribe. Help us get to 48,000 subscribers. Let's keep growing the family. Let's keep growing the fam. There's Gershon Yabusele, who really has not made much of an impact. Brunson for three, and he's going to drill that one. Wow, look at that. More Knicks fans. C-Block, what's going on? Val says we need McCain badly. Busy says Nurse told him to go out there and just play. No strategy, nothing, just vibes. That's a fact, Busy. That's a fact. Not seeing any strategy at all. And it is concerning a little bit. Just like the 3 for 35 last game. Shout out to all my channel members in the chat. Thank you so much for being a part of this and being here. We will be here every single game. Make sure you follow us on all platforms, man. #1 channel, dropping some Sixers coverage, trying to expand our horizons in the NBA. We had a lot of success in the playoffs last year, so we're going to stream a lot of games. Would you guys tune in this year if we stream, big games, primetime games as well with other teams? Let me know in the chat. At the end of the day, I want to give the content to the people the best that I can. I want to give the best content to the people that I can. Dominic Barlow's looking pretty good. Wade says, I hate this team's offense, bro. I mean, we're not going to see the finished version of it until we get to the regular season, but I definitely do not like what I'm seeing right now. Suave says, we are here, Sixers Sickos gang for sure. What's up, man? Shout out to you diehard fans. I mean, the fact we got these people in here for a preseason game is incredible. I'm so fired up for this season, man. I'm so fired up. 100%. 100%. D says, yeah, Secret, what's going on, bro? Josh says, Edwards stinks. Busy says, I'm riding. What's up, Busy? Do you realize you have subs? James says, yes, sir, I'll go in every stream. Estelle says, some of your best streams were during last year's playoffs. Honestly, our best streams were during last year's playoffs. We were the #1 stream channel in the NBA Finals, which was crazy. Our Game 7 Finals live stream had almost 600,000 views. I think we had almost 10,000 people live in the chat. It was nuts. That's why I want to keep expanding. Can't just rely on the Sixers to help us get to 100K, especially if they don't win games. But we'll still cover every game for sure. It's just nice having the community back in the mix. It's nice being back with a consistent flow. I'm ready to grind, man. Also, if you guys would like the Eagles, check out my Eagles channel as well. A to Z Sports Philly. That's where I do my Eagles coverage. Here's Kennedy Chandler. He's going to swing it over to Janai Broom in for the first time. Second-round pick out of Auburn. He was in the mix for National Player of the Year, and he turns and puts one up and in off the hook shot. Final 4 appearance, playing through injury, Janai Broom. Might not be able to jump over a curb, but he's got some skills to him, especially on the interior. Brunson puts it up, and he missed that. Here come the Sixers. Chandler down the floor. Oubre driving, steps over, goes up, and got it. I was going to hit the Kelly Oubre chant, but I feel like I have to save that for the season. Are we at 200 likes yet? We got 300 people in here. Get us to 200 so we can wake up the neighbors. Yabusele going to chime in with a 3. Suddenly, the Sixers find themselves down 17 points. Or excuse me, 14 points. Or no, 17, right? Why are they not updating the score? Like, whoever's working the scoreboard here, and Mikal Bridges puts up another one. Whoever's working the scoreboard here must be like on coffee break or something. Dude, they're not updating the score. All right, guys, 25 more likes. Get us up to 200, man. Thank you for being here. Appreciate all of you. Drop those member emojis in the chat. Busy B, MVP of the chat. Always here, always rocking with us, holding it down. I've been a Sixers fan since 79-80. Dr. J. Moses, Mo Cheeks, Tony, Chocolate Thunder. What's up, Curtis? Shout out to the OG fans. What's up? Lee says it's 2 a.m. in Sydney, Australia. Shout out to Australia, man. If you guys are in here and you are in Australia and you're watching this game at 2 a.m., shout out to you. Shout out to you. They still have not updated the score correctly, by the way. They're now saying it's a 15-point game, but I'm pretty sure it's like a 20-point game, if I'm not mistaken. Is anybody else in agreement with me? For anybody that's watching the game, like, are they not updating the score correctly, or am I losing my mind here? Now they just changed it again. Now they took it away completely. I don't know what the score is, guys. I promise. Here's Kelly Oubre working against Gershon Yabusele. Tyrese Maxey back in the game working against McBride. Switches on to Yabu, the former buddies. Here's Janai Broom. Kicks it back. Maxey's got no space to move. Now he's got Yabu one-on-one. Steps back for 3. Oh, he hits. What a shot by Tyrese. Currently, they have no scoreboard up. Yabu misses the little hook shot and then a foul on New York. So it's going the other way. I don't know what the score is. So, yeah. Updating day by day, yeah. Philadelphia day by days. Justin Edwards got sent back to the bench there. Edwards is having maybe the worst preseason of anybody so far. Chandler floats one up, and he cannot get it to go. Well, maybe I spoke too soon. Now they put the scoreboard back up with no time, and Brunson's going to lay one in. I don't think they know what the score is. I actually don't think they know what the real score is, because I'm pretty sure the Knicks were up by like 20. I'm pretty sure the Knicks are up by 20. They said they're only up by 11. Dude, they might have to pause the game here and recount the buckets. Oubre, a step back 3. Cha-ching.
He's on fire.
Kelly Oubre getting going now. They didn't even update that. What's going on, man? Nobody knows what the score is. Has anybody been keeping count manually here? Brunson for 3. That's short. Dude, they have to stop this game, and they have to recount the score. They have to recount the score. Maxey floats it up short, and now he's fouled. Holy crap. I'm seeing 4 different scores on this game. $310 people in here during a preseason game. I love all of you. Hit the like button. Get us to 200. We need 15 more. Who's it going to be? Where's everybody tapping in from today? Drop your states, your cities, your locations in the chat. Where's everybody tuning in from today? Maxey knocks down the first at the line. I got to really pay attention here because the score is like, score keeps changing. I'm going to be honest with you, man. It feels really weird seeing Yabu in a Knicks jersey. Doesn't feel right. Second free throw is good for Tyrese Maxey. Bridges flies up and in, lays it right off the bank. Scoreboard's not even up right now. I don't know what the score is, so wish I could tell you guys. There's Dominic Barlow, finds Tyrese Maxey at the wing. Here's Kennedy Chandler, pops up a 3. That's off. No offense to Kennedy Chandler, who's 5'11", 180. I just don't know how he's going to make any NBA team. Anunoby fouled en route to the rim. So we'll see if we get any scoreboard update. Don't go by this one up here. It's not correct. Got the Philippines in the house today. Brooklyn, New York. We have Maryland in the house. Virginia, Columbia, Florida, Sydney, Australia. Dubai not in the Abu Dhabi today. Not driving all the way to watch a G League game. What's going on, Jad? Jad was tapped in the other day at the game. Brooklyn, New York. I'm chatting and watching from Columbus, Ohio. Cheers to everybody in the chat. All right, come on, y'all. I know we can get this up to 200. We're almost there. I'm trying to hit the air horn. Scoreboard's pissing me off. I'm trying to wake up the neighbors, man, honestly. Trying to wake them up. We didn't even do our trivia question. I'm all out of sorts right now. During the season, we'll do a trivia question every game at the end of the first quarter. Whoever gets the most right will win a prize. Let's see if I can come up with a... see if I can come up with a question that we can talk about. Let's see. All right, here's a question. Here's a question. The 76ers last season set the NBA record for starting lineup combinations in a single season. How many starting lineup combinations did they have in 2024? How many starting lineup combinations did they have in 2024? Now, again, this is not going to count towards the season, but how many do you think they had? So the correct answer is 52. They had 52. Did anybody get it right? Looks like the first person that got it right was Harris Moore. Harris, congratulations. 52 is the NBA record for starting lineup combinations. Maple said 51. Very close. It was, I mean, it's just unbelievable when you think about it. 52 out of 82 games. Anyway, last season never happened. It was a dream. It was just a bad nightmare. And yeah, it's been erased from my memory. Let's see, who else? Have they fixed the scoreboard? So they're saying it's a 10-point game. I still don't know if I'm buying that because it was 17 points and then the Knicks hit a 3, I think. Or it was 14 and they hit a 3. But now they're saying it's an 11-point game. So 2 points at the line for Anunoby. And the Knicks lead it by 12. Oubre going to pop a 3. That's off the back iron. Here's McBride, and Bridges stepped out of bounds. We got 200 likes in the chat. Let's go. Drop the yes, sirs. I need everybody. I need everybody to drop a yes, sir. We're about to wake up our neighbors and piss them the heck off. Maxey for 3. It goes. Tyrese Maxey. Even the stats aren't updating correctly. I'm pretty sure that's like his second or third 3 of the game. Pretty sure that is like the third 3 of the game for Maxey. I don't know. Don't take any of this into account. But Tyrese Maxey hits a trifecta. $200 likes in the building. Let's go. You guys are crushing it, man. Crushing it. Let's go. The preseason game. Yes, sir.
He's on fire.
Yes, sir. Woo. Get accustomed to it. Get used to it. Maybe this will be the season where they call the cops on us one night. Especially those West Coast games. Crazy. Yes, sir, man. Wake up the neighbors. It's a staple. You know what we do. You know what we do. Let's go. Now let's get it to 300, man. Guys, we are 29 subscribers away from 47.3. Hit that sub button. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of the videos or live streams. We'll be here every single game, pregame, live game, and postgame. 4-hour live stream every single game. You don't even have to touch your device. Just sit back and enjoy the coverage. We give you a little spice of everything, you know, give you a little preview before the game, give you the live play-by-play, and then we'll give you post-game analysis, and we'll give you live callers and all that stuff. Still don't think the score is correct, but maybe I'm wrong. Karl Anthony Towns fouled on the floor by Janai Broom. Also, if I was somebody in Abu Dhabi who had never watched the NBA, I don't think I would ever get interested based on how long this game has been going on. And I'm not complaining, I promise. I'm just saying in general, I think we've had like 5 stoppages. How many fouls have we had so far? How many fouls are we up to? We're up to 18 fouls. I don't think that's correct. I think there's more than that. But those are my thoughts. Sixers are currently 3 for 12 from 3. So as long as they don't miss their next 23 threes, they will beat last game. Harris says, wake them up, got the TV outside. Yo, we got to wake them up, man. Neighbors hate us, but I love it. Busy says, we don't need him to do anything but facilitate. Noah says, wait a few months, they'll get the score where it ought to be. Here's Tyrese coming off a high screen for 3. It's short. Sixers tracking it down. Chandler taps it to Maxey. Oh, one-hand dime. What a pass. Broom goes up with it. Got it with the hook. What a play by Tyrese Maxey. All in one motion. He jumped and he threw it with one hand, bounced it to Broom. So now it's a 9-point game. Bridges up top. Here's McBride. And Towns got it plucked away. Another foul. Another foul. Estelle says those that have more than one YouTube account, make sure you hit it for each. Hit the like button for each. I agree. Go to your other accounts, come back in. Shoot, watch it on both accounts. Why not? Hit that thumbs up. So let's see if this actually updated now. Still has not updated. Here's Kelly Oubre going to turn, spin against Brunson. Got it plucked. There's a 3-ball, no good. Out on town, staying with Philly. Nice job by Barlow to fight on the board. Guess we'll have to roll with this for now. We got multiple scoreboards waiting. Have you guys ever seen a preseason game officiated like this? Sixers throw it away. Brunson's got a free lane behind the back. Towns goes up, and he missed the layup. Point blank missed it. Oubre with an easy 2 down the other end. Here's Jalen Brunson, floats it up, and short and fouled. Yeah, I changed the scoreboard. I got a couple different ones, but I changed it to the one that's actually working right now. Brunson going to knock down a pair at the line. It is a 10-point game, 40 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Oubre at the top, coming around a screen. Oubre dribbling, driving downhill, goes up. Missed it short. Now they just added a point to the Sixers by accident. Now they take it off, and there goes the Knicks with another 2. Maxey against Bridges, 15 seconds here on the game clock. 2 seconds separating game and shot clock. Maxey, time for one more. He crosses over. He goes back the other way. Finds Oubre for 3. No good. Brunson at the buzzer. It's short. So finally, we have hit halftime. It feels like forever, but the New York Knicks lead it by 12. It is 59-47. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll be honest with you. I don't see the point in doing a full halftime analysis during a preseason game. We'll talk about a couple of the main things, but I want to ask you, what is your main takeaway from the first half? It could be about the players. It could be about the teams. It could be about the refs. What is it? One takeaway from the first half. Welcome in here on a Saturday. This is Philly Take with RB, and we are presented all season long by Sleeper. Ladies and gentlemen, what is your one takeaway, if you have one, from the first half? We have a $2 super chat from Power Duster 3000. Thank you so much for the love. He says, I like this NBA mystery score concept. I'm telling you, I'm pretty sure the score is not correct, but nonetheless, we'll go with what they're telling us, and maybe they'll do a recount at halftime. I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll see. We shall see. All right, man. One takeaway from the first half. What is your main takeaway, if you have one? Drop it in the chat. I'm going to read those out here in just a second. And I'm going to shout out a couple people in the chat. Shout out to our members, our mods, of course. What's your main takeaway from this game in the first half? Before I give you mine and before I read some out, got to give a shout out to our great partner over at Sleeper. Got to check out Sleeper, man. Right now, they are giving away a free $20 entry just for downloading and signing up. Use the code PhillyTake, get your free $20 entry. But I want to show you guys this, man, because we talked about Sleeper earlier. And like I said, Sleeper Picks is just awesome. It is a great concept, and I love it. It's a lot different. You know, it's a lot different than your normal, hey, like, let me just bet on a sports game. Let's see. Let me show you this. Where is this at? Here we go. Why is my thing not working? Hold on, let's pull up our Sleeper thing here. All right, we'll get back to that in a second. But yeah, man, shout out to Sleeper. You can pick on any game, on any sport, on any player. All you do is pick the overs or the unders. Like, it's as easy as that. You can go anywhere from 2 up to 8 players, and you're just picking more or less than the predicted stats, which I really enjoy about Sleeper. And you can get up to 1,000 times payouts if your picks win. You can make entries in less than, 20, 30 seconds with a $1 minimum. So check out Sleeper. Like I said, right now they're offering a free $20 with no deposit required. All you have to do is sign up with the code PhillyTake. Terms and conditions apply. See Sleeper's terms of use for details. Operational in over 25 states. We'll get back to our picks here in just a second, but let's go back to the chat. A man called David says, go Sixers, what's going on? RJ, what's up? Says Maxey and the Pips. Estelle says this team revolves around Embiid. Without him, they don't have a shot. Another 2024 season. RJ says Oubre is terrible. Fredo says Barlow should be the power forward. What is our offense is fresh? Maple says VJ looks very comfortable out there. Noah says zero defense. RJ says, nasty team. They're the same as last year, a team full of non-shooters. Yeah, I mean, the shooting's been the biggest concern. Shooting has absolutely been the biggest concern. Let's see if we can get our thing up here now. Let's see. There we go. Now let's just get this up here. There we go. All right, we got it back on Sleeper. So once again, I just want to show you guys Sleeper's picks, man. I like it a lot. It's like interactive. It gets you engaged in the game as well. So let's say we were looking at MLB today, right? We could scroll down to MLB. Let's go to the Phillies. Let's say Trey Turner was going to have a hit today, right? So over 0.5 hits, boom, you make a pick like that. Let's say that Cal Raleigh is going to have a hit tonight against Detroit. Boom, you make a pick there. And then, I don't know, let's go over to the NFL. So let's go choose NFL. Let's say tomorrow, I don't know, Jahmyr Gibbs, who's on my fantasy team, is going to have a touchdown. Boom. And it's as easy as that. So you make picks, you get to check them out, and you enter into contests. So that's why I like Sleeper's Picks, man. It's a lot of fun. Check it out. Like I said, get a 100% deposit match up to $100. Use the code PhillyTake. All right, man. My biggest takeaway of this Sixers game, without, I guess, putting too much stock into it, is the shooting is not good again. Let's see what the stats are today as a team. Sixers are 3 for 12. Last game, they were 3 for 35. I think the rebounding has looked better today. I think Barlow has done a pretty good job. I think Jabari Walker is an athlete, but I still think they're going to have questions about it as we get in. Oubre, 3 rebounds, was your leading rebounder. Actually, no, Drummond had 4 in 7 minutes off the bench, but you're still going to need more. I think somebody's got to teach these guys how to box out. And I think that other than that, they just got to make shots, man. Like at some stretches in this game, I feel like the Sixers had an identity, like they were setting screens and running sets. And, there's a couple big plays in this game, like where you set a screen to get Maxey open, then you dish it over to VJ. He drives into the paint. He slams one down. That's a great play. But then on the flip side, I feel like they went 5 minutes at a time where they didn't do anything. It's just everybody running out there like chickens without heads on. And I do think Maxey is struggling a bit to be that primary playmaker. Like, a lot of people are debating, hey, is he a 2 guard? The Sixers might have to eventually have the conversation. Do they have enough as a primary playmaking point guard? So that's my personal opinion about the Sixers in this half. Kelly Oubre is just better suited as an off-ball player. Like, I don't want to trash Kelly. I like him a lot, but he cannot try to create with the ball in his hands. He just can't do it. I thought VJ Edgecombe looked very comfortable. Some of his shots were air balls, but 2 for 8, 1 for 4 from 3. Couple big highlight plays. Pretty good on the defensive end, but VJ Edgecombe needs to continue working on his shot. But it does feel like he's one of the most athletic, I guess, guards, wings that the Sixers have had in a long time. So anyway, those are my thoughts on the half. What do you guys think? Give me any takeaways you have. Chandler Kennedy, is that his name? Kennedy Chandler? Kennedy Chandler is, no offense, not an NBA player. Noah says, I don't think giving up 59 points in 2 quarters is good defense. Embiid says, hate and love Oubre every 5 seconds. My opinion changes. Stell says, even though this is only preseason without a game plan, it's Nurse's fault. He never impressed me. I'll tell you what, man, like, not last year, but the year before, the things that he was doing with this offense catered around Joel Embiid were impressive. Like, there was a lot of creativity. There was a flow. And without Joel Embiid, like, it almost does feel like maybe Nurse is a star merchant. Like, can he coach without stars on the floor? It was funny. When Doc Rivers was the coach, we used to always say, how come when the stars are out, the offense moves well? And it's like these young players really, like, elevate. But when the stars are out with Nick Nurse, and we saw right in Toronto when Kawhi Leonard left, they got worse. They were still good for a year or two, but they did get worse. So I think it's a fair question. Busy says, I need to upload my DL for Sleeper. I used your promo code. Thank you, Busy. Yeah, check it out. Sleeper's a lot of fun. Unfortunately, it's only available in certain states right now, but if you're in an eligible state, Sleeper's a lot of fun. A lot of fun. It's different. It gets you involved in the game. Busy says, VJ looks promising. Glenn says, Maxey can play point at times, but not for a long stretch. Let's see. VJ will be a future all-star, says Estelle. Con Knipple should have been the pick, says Robbie. I think I need to sign into my other 3 accounts to help you get 300 likes. Let's go, Michael. That's an MVP take right there. That's an MVP take, man. By the way, I know that the I'm reading off stats here, and like somebody said in the chat, why are the points not updated? Nothing is updated right now. I think they're all over the place with these scores and these stats. So I don't even know what the legit stats are right now. But we'll see. Guys, make sure you join our Discord server. That way during the season you can call in after the game and also get involved in the community. Make sure you check out all of our socials, and if you want to become a channel member, hit that join button, man. Support your boy. Let's get it going. Fredo says, Maxey's a 2 guard. He's best when he only has to worry about scoring instead of running the offense. Embiid says, hope he builds into a starting wing type, but this is where I wish we got Khan or Ace because of their scoring. I think VJ will come around, but everything else he's doing, he looks pretty comfortable, which I like. Glenn says, I'll take Fultz over Eric Gordon. Guys, I think we're trending towards Gordon and Lowry getting minutes. I'm being for real, and I'm not excited about it. Will they be updated correctly? No way I missed my parlay due to the stats being incorrect. I mean, I'm sure they will be updated. I don't know. Maybe some of the betting sites have them more accurate, but right now everything's all over the place. I am surprised with how these games are being officiated as well. I mean, a lot of fouls in these two games. Right now we're sitting, it says 18, but I'm pretty sure it's more like 25. So that's where we're at, man. 290 people in the chat. Hit the like button. Get us to 300 likes. Hit that sub button. Get us to 47.3 today. Thank you so much for being in here on a Saturday morning during a preseason game. Ladies and gentlemen, I will be back in just a moment. We'll get ready for this third quarter to start. Hopefully they don't do a whole performance at halftime like they did the other game. But we'll see. Ladies and gentlemen, who do you think has been the most impressive player so far for the Sixers, and who has been the least impressive? Give me your thoughts. He says, the only way I see this team actually being successful is getting a point forward to take primary ball handling responsibilities, and that would maximize Maxey and McCain's game. Don't forget about Jared McCain and Grimes, right? It might look ugly now, but Grimes and McCain are going to have to take over some of the ball duties, for sure. For sure. And I understand the concerns about VJ's shot. I just like how the rest of his game looks polished, but yeah, he can't go out there airballing when the regular season begins. All right, guys, we'll be back in just a moment. All right, man, we are back. Third quarter has begun. 3-ball Philly, no good. And it is out of bounds. Let's see if the starters are in. My bad, I know we were a little bit late getting back here. So it is 62-49. Welcome on into the Sixers Game Day live show, presented by Sleeper. Looks like the starters are not in for either team this time. I mean, VJ is, but let's see. Trying to see what happened here on the ESPN app, and it's still messed up. So I don't know what happened. But all right, man, let's get back into the swing of it here. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. 62-49. Stats have still not updated yet. Free throw is good. So for the Knicks, it is Malcolm Brogdon, Landry Shamet, Pacome Dadier, Gershon Yabusele, and Jordan Clarkson. There goes Brogdon right into the paint, lays it up, in and one. And then for the 76ers on the floor right now, it is... They haven't even updated that. I don't know. Let's see. Adem Bona, BJ Edgecombe, Jabari Walker, Kelly Oubre, and Chandler Kennedy. Or Kennedy Chandler, my bad. Here's Chandler going to drive, go up, and couldn't get it to fall. And VJ steals it at half court. Nice play by the Rook. VJ at the wing, working against Shamet. Kicks it. Oubre down low, up, and missed it. Missed it point blank. The Sixers down by 14 points. Looking to try to claw back into this game. Here's Shamet. Yabusele cuts to the rim, up against Bona. Missed it by a lot. .8:57 to go here in the third quarter. Here's Oubre going to pump fake, dribble, drive. Oubre up and fouled. All right, let's get a roll call of who's in the chat. If you are in the chat right now and you're active, man, drop a yes, sir. Drop a yes, sir. Let's give some shout outs. Who's still rocking with us in the second half of a preseason game? Who is an absolute diehard? Shout out to the members. Shout out to the mods. Kelly Oubre, might have to work on your free throws, brother. Might have to work on your free throws. Just saying. Here is Malcolm Brogdon. Brogdon going to dump it off. Oubre went 1 for 2 at the line. Dadier going to find Yabusele. Here is Shamet off the move for 3 and another foul. Come on, Kelly. You got to wake up here, bro. I'm just going to be honest, man. There's Paul George wearing a sleeveless top. It's pink. Dude, Oubre is playing wild right now. Busy says, I see Nurse got the memo not to have starters in. Glenn says, Sixers never bring in a true point guard to Summer League or the preseason. Busy says, I'm going to ignore the delusion. That's all we do. That's all we do in here. James, what's good? Says, I've been here since the first quarter. Kareem, what's up? AG, fire, take, go. What's up, everybody? 250 people. Where's everybody at? you guys just tapping in, listening in through the AirPods or something, maybe watching on the TV, not commenting. It's all good, man. We appreciate all of our listeners and viewers. I'm RB. I cover the 76ers. I cover the Eagles, and I am an independent content creator. I'm on Bleacher Report multiple times a week, and I try to bring you the best coverage that I can. So please support my journey here and continue to rock with us, man. Knicks are up by 16 after the free throws. Here is Jabari Walker. Going to drive in, step over, go up, and puts it through the hole. 68-54, 8:17 to go here in the third. Yabusele at the wing, guarded by Adem Bona. Here's Dadier. Clarkson for three, off the mark. Here's Chandler up top. Kelly Oubre pops up a three, and that one finally goes for Kelly. These stats are not accurate, by the way. Don't take them at face value until they actually update their stats here on ESPN. They haven't updated them. You guys are just tuning in earlier today. The scoreboard at the arena got messed up. I don't know if whoever was on like a lunch break or something, but they were messing up, and now it kind of affected all the stats and the scores and all that. Chandler goes up and lays it off the square. So Kennedy Chandler finally scores. I feel like I keep calling him the wrong name. I feel like both of his names could be first names and last names. His name is Kennedy Chandler. Kelly's looking like a rookie out there. She's busy. Wynn says, I'm just tapping in. Skate says, I'm still here. Is Paul going to get traded, or is he going to actually give effort and learn how to play with Embiid? That's the million-dollar question. Will Joel Embiid and Paul George play? Million-dollar question. Your guess is as good as mine. Looks like the Pelicans are playing in Melbourne, Australia. Skinny Zion in the house. I'm confused. Do we have like a timeout or something? I mean, what is going on? If anybody knows where I can look at the updated stats, let me know. We're just showing slow-mo replays here on the television. Knicks called a timeout to stop our run, says Busy B. There's Joel Embiid. Tyrese Maxey looks like he's done for the day. How about Malcolm Brogdon in his career? It feels like he's been a journeyman, bounced everywhere, right? He won Sixth Man of the Year at that one point. Been plagued by injuries as of late, but how about Malcolm Brogdon in his career? All right, here we go. 7:20 to play in the third quarter. 68-59. Shamet going to dump it off to Clarkson. Here's Brogdon. Now Yabusele, guarded by Adembona. 8 on the shot clock. Yabu's going to try to take it himself. Crosses, drives, dumps it. Here's Shamet. Kicks it out. Brogdon from deep. It's short. Nice rebound by Pacome. Shamet for 3, and they're going to make the Sixers pay on the second chance. $71-59, 6:38 to go here in the third. Edgecombe working against Brogdon, kicks it over to Chandler. Kennedy Chandler stops and starts, and he lost the ball. Taken away by New York. Clarkson coming up the floor. Switches hands, now drives and spins, kicks Shamet. Shamet at the top, working against Bona. Here's Clarkson against Chandler. Trying to take advantage of the size mismatch. Here's Yabusele down the block. And now Daddy goes up, wide open floater, missed it, and it's out of bounds. Going to stay with the New York Knicks. Liv says, you're great at your job. I'm here in preseason basketball on a Saturday afternoon. Let's go Eagles. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Ray says, go Birds, screw the Knicks. Dallas sucks. Red October. Let's go. That's the type of energy that we need, brother. It's the type of energy we need. You guys are just tuning into the chat, man. Do me a favor. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. We are 37 likes away from 300. We are 23 subs away from 47.3. Get us up there. Live stream every Sixers game, pregame, live game, and postgame. There's Tyler Kolek in for the first time for the New York Knicks. Threw it away. They're going to call it Sixers ball, out of bounds on New York. Oubre going to find Edwards. Now Jabari Walker. Edwards. Some crucial minutes for Justin Edwards. Has to show something here. And VJ going to drive baseline. He's wide open for the dunk. It's back to a 10-point game. Kolek, the second-round pick last year out of Marquette by the New York Knicks. Hoping they can get some more production from him this year. Here is a deep shot from Garrison Matthews, who was absolutely cooking the other day. And he is picking up right where he left off. 74-61 now after the deep two. Oubre going to find Jabari Walker. Walker goes up, and he was fouled. These scoreboards are still all messed up. So the big man in for New York, number 55, Ariel Huckporty. Second round pick last year as well. Knicks will definitely need some production from those late round picks. First one good at the line for Jabari Walker. So the current score is 74-62. See if ESPN actually updates here. Embiid says Chandler is not even a G League player. James says Sixers need a coach. Busy says VJ slams it down. 74-63. Here is Kolek. He's going to dribble, drive to the paint, kicks out to the corner. Shamet a three, cannot go. And the Sixers pick it up. 4:40 to go here in the third quarter. VJ, Edwards, now VJ. 12 on the shot clock. Here's VJ, crosses over, swings to the corner. 3-ball Barlow, and that one is off. And Drummond tried to pick it up, but he couldn't. They're going to call it Knicks basketball. Izzy says, that was our quiet storm. Just wish he would have produced more offensively. There's Kolek at the top. He's going to hand it off to Shamet. Now Huck Porty. 14 on the shot clock. He drives. He puts it up left hand. Got it to fall. Drummond backed up a little bit too much there. 4:09 to go here in the third. Here's Andre Drummond. Drummond for three, and Drummond's got one to go. Okay. Okay, Dre. Maybe working on that 3-ball a little bit. Now Drummond swipes it away on the opposite end. It's a 10-point game, and the Sixers have the ball, looking to cut the lead. VJ, Walker, Jabari Walker goes up and got the bounce. It is down to 8. Timeout, Mike Brown. He wants a stoppage. The Sixers are making a run. Let's go. Let's go. Definitely like Jabari Walker. I like Jabari Walker, man. Y'all are just tuning in, man. Hit that thumbs up button. Hit that subscribe button. We need 30 more likes. Who's going to get us to the big 300? Philly Take with RB. Sixer Game Day Live presented by Sleeper all year long. Tune in for pregame, live game, and postgame coverage as we sit through these Sixer games. It's only the preseason, but a lot in store. We will try to get these stats back up and working soon when they actually work. Come on, ESPN. Got to update your site. Shout out to Drummond with the 3. Drummond knocking down out here. It's a big day here in Philly sports, man. Big day here in Philly sports. We got the Phillies starting the playoffs tonight. I am so fired up for that. I'm going to game 2 on Monday. So if you're at the bank, hit me up on Twitter. I'm pumped up, man. What a better way to start our day off than some Sixers preseason hoops. Sixers preseason. We have the 4-0 Eagles taking on the Broncos tomorrow, trying to stay undefeated. We have the Phillies tonight. And we have the Flyers preseason today, I think, as well. So it's a big day in Philly sports, man. I mean, you get to see all your teams play on the same day. It's crazy. Tika says, I wake up at 3:49 a.m. and it's the third quarter. Tika at 4 a.m. Tika, what's good? Jay-Z says that's going to be the only 3 Drummond hits all season. I don't know. I think I'll hit another one. I think I'll hit one. All the starters are done for the day, by the way. Seems like that. And it looks like ESPN finally updated their stats. Let's give a round of applause for ESPN. Finally.
Yes, sir.
13 points for Maxey, 8 for VJ, 5 and 2 for Barlow. Still didn't update the Jabari Walker yet, though. Maybe they're working on the bench. I don't know. These are some pretty long timeout breaks, I'm not going to lie. Sixers making a comeback here, though. It is 76-68. 3:37 to go here in the third quarter. Huck Porty going to hand it off to Pacome Daddier. Here is Landry Shamet. And Garrison Matthews slipped up and lost it. Knicks get it back. Kolek from 3. He airballed it. And they're going to say it's going the other way. A foul on New York. Sixers still not looking the best rebounding-wise, but hey, at least they're scoring a little bit. Maxey's overrated. He is a good shooter, though, like Seth Curry was. Shout out to Seth Curry on the Warriors now with Steph. Edwards going to miss the first free throw. Come on, Justin. What is up, bro? Justin Edwards needs to wake up. He needs to wake up, man. If the Sixers come within 2 points of the Knicks, they will just put the starters back in so it doesn't happen. Nah, I think they're done for the day. Would be funny, though. Busy B dropping the Sixers emojis. Let's go. Channel members, drop those emojis. Let's see them. Let's see them. 3:20 to go here in the third quarter. 76-69. Huck Porty at the top. 7-point game. Matthews to Kolek. Kolek coming around his screen. He's going to find McCullers, who's in for the first time. Kolek trying to get busy off the dribble against Edwards. Beats him. Now Huck Porty lays it up and in. RB, what do you do for a living? You're looking at it. Expression on Drummond's face like, yeah, I do that all day. Here's Edwards going to find Drummond. Drummond turns, spins, hands it off. VJ dribbles, kicks it. Walker, pump fake, drive, goes downhill, kicks it out. Drummond for 3. Oh, he tried to turn away. Yo, Drummond really got cocky right there. Drummond really got cocky right there. Matthews misses the 3, and it goes out on VJ. He's arguing with the ref. Drummond really thought he had that 3. Yo, Drummond really turned around like he was some like spot up Klay Thompson. That's funny. Wide open now. Busy B dropping a collection of the emojis. What's up, members? Where y'all at, man? Let's go. We need 17 more likes. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Skates is no way trade PG. Maxey's the second best player. Yeah, we're not trading Maxey. Now they're going to go to the scores table and review again. So we have another stoppage in play. Other stoppage in play. Sixers trail 78-69. Stats are at least up to date now. Most of them are. Still haven't really updated the bench in its entirety, I don't think. But be honest, man, Drummond turning around after that 3 was pretty comical. Theodore says, too many guards. McCain is a better point guard than Maxey. We've only seen McCain for, what, 15 games, 17 games, 19? And now he's hurt again? I wouldn't be so sure that McCain can stay healthy. Sucks, but it's true. Now you probably made Quentin Grimes mad, so he'll probably leave next summer. Let's go, man. 340 people in the chat. Thank you so much for being here. Sixers Game Day Live presented by Sleeper. Pre-game, live game, post-game, every game. We need 10 more thumbs up. Let's go. Hit that thumbs up. Hit that sub. Get us to 47.3. Still reviewing over here. I don't think they know exactly what's going on. See who it went out on. Kind of looks like it went out on VJ. You guys have not checked out yet, I did an interview with Tyrese Maxey a couple weeks ago, so make sure you check that out. It is on the channel. We were able to get Maxey on the show to talk about this upcoming season and about just a lot of things. Still reviewing over here. 2:24 to go in the third quarter. Once again, we will be live after this game, probably for a condensed post-game live show. Nothing crazy, probably like 15 minutes, because I know it's a busy day in Philly sports, and who wants to really hear about a post-game, about a preseason game? But that's if this game actually does finish by the time the Phillies start. Here's Garrison Matthews going to put up a corner three, and he is fouled as well. Very ticky-tacky foul call, but to be honest, the level of concern with Justin Edwards is definitely rising. First one good for Matthews. I don't know what's going on with Justin Edwards. If I'm being honest. All right, here we go. 12-point lead for the New York Knicks. And the Sixers ran out of time. That was number 36 for the Sixers in for the first time. That is Malcolm Hill. Malcolm Hill in for the first time. Now they're starting to empty the benches. Here's Kolek from the mid-range. He missed it. And the Sixers pick it up. Drummond. Here's Chandler. Edwards driving. Kicks it. 3-ball from Hill. No good. Knicks have it, and they're running down the other way. It's a fast break. Huck Porty slipped on the ground. Actually, that was Diawara who slipped. Came down awkwardly. Knicks missed the shot. Here comes Philly. Drummond going to dump it off to Chandler. Back to Drummond. Swings to the corner. Barlow goes baseline up against two, and he was fouled. Barlow got hit pretty hard, but a nice gather there and finished through contact. And now he'll be heading to the charity stripe for a pair. Vals's interview was all that. Thank you. John Carlos's greetings from Italy. What's going on, Italy, in the house? Did Maxey give you a signed new black edition Maxey jersey to send me? I don't know if he did that for you. I wouldn't have held my composure the way you did talking to Maxey. Busy says, almost at 300. Come on, peeps. Are we there? I think we need one more. Let's go. Hit that thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button as well. Get us to 47.3. The fact that we're about to hit 300 on both of our preseason games is incredible. You guys are crushing it already. It's going to be a great season. Diawara going to find Garrison Matthews downhill. Hooks one up, missed it. Drummond tapped it up in the air. Picked up by Justin Edwards. Under a minute to go. Here's Justin Edwards at the wing. Going to find Drummond. Back to Edwards. Edwards for three. He got it! So some things never change, man. Every time RB talks smack about a player or says they need to be better, they immediately hit a shot or do something good. Three ball missed by a lot from New York, and then Huck Porteous fouled under the rim. This has happened every season, though. Anytime I say something about a player, they immediately start going off. Guys, we got 300 likes. Drop the yes, sirs in the chat. Wake them up.
Yes, sir.
You guys get the MVP chance. You guys get the MVP chance. Yes, sir. Wake them up. The neighbors are going to hate to see us coming this season. They probably thought I moved out. They probably thought I moved because they haven't heard us in 4 months. But we're back, man. We're back. Chandler floats one up, missed it, tapped in by Drummond. Sixers keeping it at least closer than last game, 82-75, 7-point game. 20 seconds to go here in the third. Knicks holding for one. McCullers going to find Kolek. Kolek behind the back, crossover, drive against Barlow. Tries to get him to bite. He doesn't. Good defense by Dominic Barlow. And that will take us to the end of the third quarter. It is 82-75 with 12 minutes remaining. Twelve minutes remaining. 82-75. Sixers definitely played better in that third quarter. But like I said, we're watching the backups against the backups now, so it's a little bit different. Sixers outscored them by 5 in that third quarter. I think the highlight of the quarter was probably Andre Drummond turning around as if he hit a three-pointer. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are still in here right now, drop a yes, sir. Let's go. Drop some fires in the chat.
Yes,
He's on fire.
sir.
You guys have been awesome today. Thank you so much for being here, man. All of our new subscribers today. Thank you for joining the family. Once again, I'm RB. We do this every single game, pregame, live game, postgame, all season long. We'll have, during the season, postgame callers. We'll be able to chop it up, man. A lot of good stuff incoming. Really appreciate y'all, man. I always say it, but I mean it. RB, what do you think about Dominic Barlow? I think he's looked really good. A lot more impressive than I imagined. Still want to see Trendon Watford, but based off of Barlow and Walker so far, I think they at least have something to work with at the power forward position. His rebounding's been really good. I know it says he only has 2 rebounds, might be more than that, but he's boxing out well, moving his feet well. Wade says, I'm guaranteeing a win. He says, screw it, we're winning this game. Is VJ going to see more minutes? I don't know, maybe. The rest of the starters are out. Shout out to Busy B, AG in the chat. Shout out to all of the channel members. If you guys want to become a member, hit that join button. Apparently, you can do it right now on your phone. So, YouTube constantly upgrading their technology requirements. 3 was good, but Barlow is outstanding. His defense is elite, says James. I don't know if I'd say elite, but he looks good. So no VJ Edgecombe to begin the fourth. Here's Justin Edwards, who really needs to put in a couple good minutes here. Edwards falls to the ground. Barlow has to let it fly, and he missed it. Edwards tracks down the board. Good job, and then he throws it away. And then Barlow fouls somebody down the other end. It's going to be McCullers foul down the other end. Kevin McCullough, former player out of Kansas, 24 years old. Second free throw is good. He goes 1 for 2 at the line. So it is 83-75. D says, I can guarantee all the league's smaller guards would struggle playing with this current roster, not to mention they need time to build chemistry. I agree with that. 100%, D. It's just a wonky roster build. Definitely think we can wait to see when the other guards come back, but some issues with this team so far that they're going to have to correct. 11 minutes to go in this one, 8-point game. Drummond's in. Here's Edwards going to pop up a 3. That one is short, rebounded by New York, and here they go, flying down the floor. Kevin McCullers all the way, missed it. Huck Porty tried to get the board, couldn't. Drummond stepped over it, now picks it up. And I think they're going to say he kicked the ball by accident. I think they're going to say he kicked the ball. 83-75. There's Joel Embiid over there on the bench, chilling. Huck Porty kicks it over to Kolek. 10:48 to go in this contest. Nice anticipation and a steal by Justin Edwards. He drives it up the floor, crosses over, kicks it out. Here's Malcolm Hill for 3. It's good, but it will not count. Diawara going to find Huck Porty at the top, guarded by Drummond. He hands it off. Here's Matthews over to Diawara, working, now finds Kolek. Kolek up to Matthews. Matthews coming around a screen. He's going to find Huck Porty, Diawara. Now Kolek drives through 2, floats it up, missed it again, but tapped in by McCullough. Here's Andre Drummond now trying to get active off the dribble a little bit. 12 on the shot clock. Here's Malcolm Hill with the left. He's going to find Kennedy Chandler. Chandler through the legs. There's a 3 from Edwards, and that one's too much on it. To be honest, I'm surprised they don't have Judah Mintz up here. Like, how did Kennedy Chandler even make this preseason roster? And then a 3-ball from Diawara extends the lead back to 13. $9:20 to go here in the fourth quarter. 5 on the shot clock. Malcolm Hill driving through the lane, floats it up and in. Well, actually, I do know why Malcolm Hill and Chandler are on this team, because Lowry and Gordon can't play. Or at least Lowry can't. 3-ball missed by New York. Here come the Sixers. Looking to find the basket once or twice. Here's Kennedy Chandler. 3-ball at the top, and that is Malcolm Hill, who's going to drain it. Former, I believe, second-round pick a couple years ago. Chandler tried to steal it. Knicks get it back. Kolek for 3. Up and out. 8:40 to go. Can we get to 47.3K? Make sure you like and subscribe. Going the other way. 8-point game. Busy says, I really like Judah Mintz. He's a good player. Just a little bit undersized as well, but definitely better than Kennedy Chandler. Chandler is usually a big-time producer, though, really undersized. He's an elite athlete. He's not good at all. I'm just being honest. He's not an NBA player. Here is they just brought in a bunch of subs. That's Matt Ryan, former 3-point sniper from I guess he played on like 4 teams by now, but Here's Malcolm Hill going to pump fake, step back, find Edwards, 10 on the shot clock. Edwards crossing over, drives the lane, goes up through contact, missed it, taps it up, missed it again. So it is Matt Ryan with the rebound. Kevin McCullough for 3, and he drills it. And he's talking some smack as well. So it is a 14-point game. I mean, we are watching the back end of the rotations here. Kennedy Chandler drives, lost it, and gets a foul, luckily. I don't even know who that was. Number 20 for the New York Knicks, in for the first time. That is... Oh, I remember this guy. He was on the Nets last year. Had trouble pronouncing his name. Tosan Evbuoman. Evbuoman. Why is Salas on a two-way and not Judah Mintz? It's a good question, honestly. Judah Mintz has just been down in the G League grinding. I like Judah Mintz. Definitely better than Salas and Chandler. Walker turns, floats it up, missed it by a mile, and Broom couldn't rebound it. Running back Philly in the chat. What's up, my guy? What's going on? He says the team stinks. Oh, man. Definitely not a... I haven't played that well these first 2 games. That's certain to say. Malcolm Hill, turnaround 3, barely grazed the rim. But then again, man, like, how can we evaluate this team? It's like the funniest thing where people are like, oh, either you overreact or you underreact. But it's like, how can anybody evaluate this team? How can anybody evaluate this team without Joel Embiid, Paul George, and Quentin Grimes and Jared McCain on the floor? Are we silly for buying back in with this team or trying to? Easy lane, and McCullough is fouled, and he's going to the line for 2. I just don't understand how the Sixers wouldn't give us a concrete timetable for Joel Embiid or Paul George. I mean, these fans have sat through the entire last season and how frustrating and miserable that was. You'd think they'd come out to media day and be like, hey, we're going to aim to get Joel back for the first game of the season. Or we're going to get him back at this date. But nah, they were just like, yeah, we're just going to see how our bodies feel and then go from there. Running back says this is going to be a disgusting start to the season. Edwards lacks the quickness and explosiveness needed to succeed. Reminds me a bit of Evan Turner. In terms of what I'm seeing with Edwards right now, he's not playing with any confidence at all. Last year, he was not afraid to put the ball on the floor and, give a little quick 1-2, pull up. Now he's he's playing very passively. And this is the time where you should be experimenting. Busy says preseason is where you want to set the tone for the season. I agree. This is not setting the tone, that's for sure. Then again, I don't know how they can set the tone when half the team isn't playing. This has been an awful showing. Both of these games have been miserable for the Sixers overall. But when I put out a short after the game, last game, people said I was overreacting because they went 3 for 35 from 3. Team went 3 for 35 from 3 the other day. Do we have an updated stat now on what their stats are? 7 for 23, is that correct? I mean, still, it's not good. I'm worried that this team doesn't have enough shooting and playmaking. Dude, are we doing what is going on here? Are they doing a 3-point contest with the fans out here? Come on, bro. I understand that they're trying to promote this to other, like, you know, other fans that aren't used to it. They're doing like contests out here during timeouts. This preseason game has been like 3 hours. Like, I understand it from their standpoint, but like, come on now. They're doing a 3-point contest with the fans. RB, answer my question, bro. Bro, what is your question, man? Y'all want me to read the question that bad? Send it in a super chat so I don't miss it. I'm trying to read like 5 million comments, bro. I apologize, man. Calm down. RB, we're not rushing Embiid to get injured again. Okay, well, let's hope he plays by December, right? I don't want Embiid to get injured either, but I don't want him to sit out until January when the team is 10-27. It's just funny to me, man. Like, some people are just like, oh, stop overreacting about everything. And then people are like, why are you trying to rush everybody back? And why are you trying to make judgments? It's like, what do you want me to say? What do you want me to say, honestly? How am I supposed to evaluate this team? Yes, I want them to play games. If they don't play games, this team is going to be a disaster again. Remember the preseason when PJ Tucker was drinking beer in the locker room? Very unserious team then and now. I think it's a fair point, running back. I think it is. For years, we wanted dogs on this team. We wanted dogs on this team. And you know, we tried that with like 5 variations. And then the one guy that I thought was actually making a good presence for, you know, as a locker room guy, Pat Bev, they went and traded him to duck the tax. So, you know, maybe we do need more locker room guys. I don't know. Kennedy Chandler gets fouled and won. He's going to the line. Fun fact, RB has nothing to do with the Sixers' success. Exactly. Y'all are mad at me. What am I supposed to do? I'm here just calling the games, man. I'm trying to make this fun. I'm trying to make it as fun as I can watching Kennedy Chandler and Malcolm Hill. I'm just here covering the team, giving my thoughts, man. That's it. Don't get mad at me because of this or that. Knicks steal it away again. Here comes McCullers. Dribbles, drives, lays it up and in. Walker let him go right to the basket. Busy says, we're getting dog walked. We are. Score might not be really telling. There's a 3 ball on that. Once again, is that Malcolm Hill? This guy's cooking right now. Three ball from Matthews. That one's off the mark. 5:28 to go here in this fourth quarter. Chandler puts it up and in. Listen, man, I didn't think it could get worse than last year. Last year, I was streaming games where we were purposely tanking, but if they go through this again this season, man, it could be even worse as an all-time low. Huck Porty blocked under the rim by Jabari Walker. 3 ball missed by Philly. Here come the Knicks. 8-point game. Matthews coming around the screen, going to find Evwoma, and a 3 ball missed by, who I don't even know. Oh, that was Matt Ryan. Hill again goes up, fouled, and it's going to be an offensive foul this time. Rush back PG, Watford, and McCain. We don't need to rush Embiid. I don't think we should rush anybody back to play through an injury, but I think we also can't waste the whole season again, or else we're not going to win games. Vincent, that's exactly what it is, man. They want Embiid to play in the first game, but they know if they make promises and don't deliver, then the fans are going to be in an uproar again. So. Evwoma from the corner, 3-ball, cha-ching. Knicks have hit 100 points here. It's 102 to 91, 11-point gap. Janai Broom going to hand it off to Kennedy Chandler. Dribbling, driving behind the back. The 5'11" mini guard lost it, and then it's plucked away. Knicks take it. Here they come. 4-on-3. Evwoma dribbling, driving, goes up over 2, and what a nice finish that was. 104 to 91. Three-ball is good for Malcolm Hill. Yo, who the heck is Malcolm Hill, man? This guy is on fire.
He's on fire!
Malcolm Hill, man. Here's Evwoma down low. Kolek dumps it, and the Sixers aren't even playing defense. This looks like a March game of last year. This looks like a middle of the March game last year where the Sixers just don't play defense. Now Matt Ryan's getting into it with Malcolm Hill. Why call for dates if you don't want to rush? Listen, man, we want these dudes to play basketball. Is it that hard to understand? I'm being honest here. These dudes are making $50 million a year. We want them to play so that the team can perform. Because if they don't play, then we know that this team is cooked, pretty much. That's why we want them to play. And plus, like, I don't want to keep bringing up last year, man. This is why I got to be better with balancing everything and particularly reading certain messages. But we cannot let this team off the hook, man. As much as I love this team, as much as things happen this way or that way, like, we can't let them off the hook. We already didn't last year by people not going to the games. This team essentially lied to us the entire year last year. I'm not going to wait another year and let them just keep lying to us and be like, oh, hey, we're going to play next week, or, you know, we'll get them back for 2 games. Like, we need to see results. We need to see results. Simple as that. So, no, I'm not going to wait another season and then let them come back and be like, all right, but we're going to be healthy next year, though. We're going to let them be healthy next year. Like, no, we're not going to do that. Simple as that. I feel bad for Joel Embiid. I do feel bad. His knee has never recovered. I'm hoping that this new doctor that operated on Kawhi Leonard can get him right. But I don't know. Like I said last season, before the season began, they should have never given him the 3-year extension. It was not the right thing to do. Yeah, we got to chill with the spamming in the chat, man. We got to chill with the spamming. Yeah, we got to chill with the spamming. Guys, we still have 320 people in here, which is incredible. Thank you all for being a part of this show. And like I said, all year long, pregame, live game, postgame, through the good and the bad, we'll be here. We'll be here. Shout out to everybody in the chat. We will be doing a quick postgame after this game, condensed postgame. So stick around if you want to hear what happened in this game, some postgame analysis. And that'll pretty much be it. And then we have a preseason game coming up on Friday next week back in Philly. We'll be dropping some videos throughout the week, so make sure you have those notifications on. Turn on noties, man, and hit that subscribe button. We're almost to 47.3K. Let's go, man. Support the show. 3:05 to go here in the fourth. Here's Chandler, kicks it up to Broom. Broom, turning, pivoting, thinking. Now throws it away, somehow gets it back off the deflection, goes right up and in with the right hand. Janai Broom makes it a 10-point game. .243 to go here in the fourth quarter. Evloma against Edwards, drives down the lane, goes right up and in. Like I said, I'm not too concerned about these backups of the backups. And Chandler sent to the hardwood. It's going to be a foul on New York. Wonder how many fouls we're up to total now. Billy Dog says Howie Roseman knows how to do his job. He definitely does. 100%. 100%. Looks like Jabari Walker's day might be done. Sixers missed the free throw. Chandler gets it back, goes up and in and one. So creating some more offense for himself.
Yes, sir.
And one. And one. Free throw is good. 108 to 100. We'll see if the Sixers have anything up their sleeves here. Can they make a comeback somehow, some way? 2:10 to play in this preseason game here in Abu Dhabi. Here's the three ball from Matt Ryan. That's off wide. Picked up by Justin Edwards, leading the crew. Here we go. 8-point game. 150 to play. Here is Malcolm Hill. Hill goes behind the back. He's had an amazing second half. Three ball is off the mark. Sixers get it back. Hill goes up and one. And one.
Yes, sir.
Malcolm Hill makes it a game. How old is this guy, Malcolm Hill? 29 years old. Undrafted in 2017. He has played for the Atlanta Hawks. He has played for the Chicago Bulls and the New Orleans Pelicans. But he has only played a total of 24 NBA games. He's never started one. Actually hasn't played in the NBA in 3 years. Here's a three ball from McCullers. Missed it off the backboard. It's a 5-point game. 1:30 to go. Can the Sixers make a comeback? Here's the backdoor cut. And he missed the layup. Oh my gosh. Every time I try to give credit to somebody, they go out and they do that. Kolek blocked, puts it up and in. Did my man Malcolm Hill really miss a layup? A wide open layup? Bro. Would have been a 3-point game. Would have been a 3-point game. Justin Edwards thinking. And I don't know what the heck that was. Easy turnover. Knicks get it back. And what a block by Chandler. Looked like goaltending, but Knicks get it back anyway. 40 seconds to go. Malcolm Hill blew a wide open layup, and that was the game, man. McCullers downhill, goes up, missed it. Knicks get another rebound. Sixers are playing guys that are 5'10". 20 seconds to play. Here's Kolek, the one bouncer. And the layup is missed by a Hukporti and then a foul. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are winding down here. First off, I want to say thank you again to everybody who's been in here all game long. It's been a lot of fun, a lot of back and forth. Craziness. We will be live every single game of the season for pregame, live game, and postgame right here on Philly Take with RB. We're going to be live for other games as well. A lot of NBA coverage coming your way. Make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications. Shout out to the mods holding it down in the chat. Shout out to the channel members. We'll have a quick condensed post game coming up right here after the game, so stick around. That's where we're at, man. And Malcolm Hill going to miss the first at the line. Shout out to Big Sleeper. This one's presented by Sleeper all season long. Check out Sleeper. Use that code PhillyTake. Get a free $20 entry and get a 100% deposit match up to $100 on Sleeper. Second free throw is good. 10 seconds to play. The Knicks are going to hold it. Are they actually going to try to score? They are. McCullers for three. He airballed it. Knicks save it. Jump shot over the backboard. Hits it. So they're just playing it out as if nothing's happening. Full court heave from Philly, and that will do it. So this game finally comes to an end. The final 112-104. And the Knicks had to put the final touch on there with a little jumper over the backboard. But anyway, man, shout out to everybody in the chat, good or bad. We're here every game. Appreciate all of you. Hope to see you in here every single game. Next preseason game will be on Friday, coming up next week, and we will have some videos coming out. But like I said, stay tuned. We're going to be pulling up the post-game show here in just a few moments. So once again, shouts to everybody. 357 likes. Hit that thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. This is Sixers Game Day Live. Post-game coming up right here in just a few moments. right. All right. All right. Welcome on in to the Sixers post-game live show right here on Philly Take with RB. We do it every single game, man. Pre-game, live game, post-game, and yes, we are tapping in after a 112-104 loss in the second Abu Dhabi preseason game. And no, we can't take everything into account here. We can't overreact entirely about this game. But what we can do is make a couple points about what we saw, about how things went, about really where this team is at right now as we kind of move forward into the second phase of this preseason. And I think there are some things to definitely talk about. And right now, the stats aren't even working here on ESPN, which has been pretty much screwed up all game because literally the in-arena scoreboard was screwed up. They didn't even know the score at one point in this game. I don't even know if 112-104 is the final score, actually, because that's how bad the scoreboard person was. Like, I think they were on a lunch break, and then they just came back and were like, all right, let's just make it a closer game so people pay attention. But nonetheless, this isn't going to be a crazy long post-game show because, you know, it's Red October. There's things going on today. Philly sports are exciting. People are worried about a lot more than a preseason game. But I just have a couple points that I want to make, and I want to get some thoughts from the people in the chat. We got a ton of people in here right now. Do me a huge favor, whether you are watching this live here or are listening back on audio platforms, share it, like it, comment, help push us through the algorithm so we can continue doing these shows and talking about the 76ers. All season long, our show is presented by Sleeper. Shout out to Sleeper. Go download the app and use code Philly. Take it a $20 free entry right now. Before I make my points, shout out to Casey Allison in the live chat. $5 super chat. Thank you so much. Says Chandler and Hill played a good game as duo guards. Don't want to see Kyle or Aaron Gordon no more if they're playing like that. So, yeah, Kyle Lowry and Eric Gordon. I agree with you 100%, Casey. I do not want to see Kyle Lowry and Eric Gordon ever again. But, you know, that's a great place to start, Casey. And to be quite honest with you, I actually think that we are going to see more of Kyle Lowry and Eric Gordon because of what we're seeing right now. I'm being so serious. Let's go back to what we saw in this game today. We saw the Sixers not be able to shoot the basketball again effectively. I thought they were better rebounding the basketball. At points in the first half, I thought their defense was moving well and, you know, creating transition points easily. But once we got to the second half and the starters were off the floor, like, you kind of got to think about this game in two different, you know, facets, because the starters looked completely different than the back of the backups. In the third and fourth quarter, they just didn't have any interest in defending or rebounding, or maybe they're not that good. But nonetheless, the 76ers have a couple main issues that we're seeing throughout these first couple preseason games. And one of them is that they're not generating enough offense. Now, whether that is because of Nick Nurse not designing enough plays, I think that's part of it. Whether that's because they don't have a true facilitating point guard, I think that's another part of it. And whether or not they just don't have enough guys playing right now and they're not able to build that chemistry, I think that's the third part of it. You look at this team, I mean, how can we really evaluate a team that doesn't have Joel Embiid, that doesn't have Paul George on the floor, Quentin Grimes until next week, Jared McCain? Like, how are we supposed to evaluate this team? And it's literally the same question that we've been asking ourselves for the last year. How can we evaluate this team until we see what they look like and when they're on the floor healthy? And in addition to that, I think Tyrese Maxey, once again, is showing that he is more suited as a natural two guard, a shooting guard, who just can focus more primarily on scoring than playmaking. Now, I'm not going to say he hasn't gotten better as a playmaker over the years, because at times he has, it looks like. But sometimes there's just guards. You think of guys like Mike Conley or even an old Kyle Lowry, like years ago, who just have that knack for like leading the floor, being a floor general, like getting your guys in position. But I also want to say, I think it is on Nick Nurse as well, Because I look at Nick Nurse, and for example, in the first quarter, there's a highlight play where VJ Edgecombe throws down a monster tomahawk dunk. But why did that happen? Because first there was a ball screen on the opposite side of the floor, which got Maxey open in space. And then Maxey came around another screen from Adem Bona, who was rolling up top. And then he dishes it to VJ. Now the defense is trying to rotate. They're all out of position. And then VJ takes it downhill, and there's a wide open lane. But you see how everything kind of connects. And I think that was, again, because Nick Nurse actually ran a set. As the game went on, and last game, and for pretty much 90% of the year last year, there was no rhyme or reason. There was no consistency to the offense. So I think it's both. Now, that kind of goes back to more of a philosophical question and a strategy question, I guess. Like, does the personnel dictate the system? Or does the system have an opportunity to dictate what you can do with personnel? You know, it's a very tricky thing, but Nick Nurse a couple years ago with Joel Embiid on the floor, with Tyrese Maxey and Paul George, they got creative. Joel Embiid's assist numbers got better. His rebounding numbers got better. They were moving around a lot. And we did not see that last year. And so far, through 2 preseason games, we are not seeing that again. So going back to Casey's point with the super chat, I think we're going to see more of Kyle Lowry, and I can't believe it. We're going to see NBA prime analyst Kyle Lowry because, quite frankly, even at 5 million years old, he's still probably the best primary point guard, playmaker, mindset type of individual on this team. Now, Eric Gordon didn't play today. He probably got an off day because he's also 39 years old and, tired, probably gassed. They're not even playing Lowry in the preseason because they know he's not going to be able to hold up. But you think about Lowry, you think about Gordon. I mean, who else? I know Malcolm Hill had a good second half. By the way, smoked a layup to lose the game. It was a 5-point game with like 40 seconds left. And if Malcolm Hill hits that layup, then it's a 3-point game. So, I commend him on his game, but still, he's not an NBA player, I don't think. He hasn't played in the league in 3 years. Kennedy Chandler, you can see is trying. He's putting his heart into it. Just not really that good of an NBA player, or, might not even be a G League player. They didn't play Hunter Salas today. Why? Because he hasn't looked like an NBA player. And there's a couple other guys that need the reps to prove whether or not they can be the guys. We'll talk about them in a few minutes. But yeah, I think the Sixers could potentially have an issue here where they don't have enough playmaking. What do you think about that? Somebody in the chat said, well, they need a point forward. Well, maybe they need Paul George to play. That's right. Maybe they need Joel Embiid to take 30 touches so that way it can look a little better. And again, that comes back to the question of, are those guys going to play or not? Now, unfortunately, I don't have the stats up here because, again, the whole, ESPN site and all these others are broken. But I don't know what the Sixers finished today shooting-wise. Last game, they were 3 for 35. At one point in this game, they were 3 for 12. I'm going to guess they hit about like 6 or 7 today. Still wasn't that good. Probably was around 30%. They need more shooting. They need more creativity. They need guys to get open looks, and they need to knock down shots. That goes without saying, and we need to see them do that. A couple of guys that I thought were impressive today that I liked. Dominic Barlow, I thought, had a really good game. He was defending well, especially on the interior. Couple nice plays where he shifted into the lane and was able to stop either the guard or the opposing forward coming into the lane. I thought that he rebounded well. Same goes for Jabari Walker. I thought Jabari Walker, even though his stats don't look good, he had a lot of fouls. I thought Jabari Walker, again, looked athletic. He looked bouncy. And I thought that based off of what we've seen so far without seeing Trendon Watford, that the Sixers actually have a little bit to work with when it comes to Jabari Walker and Dominic Barlow. Barlow has been the guy to really impress me because I didn't think he'd have a shot. But now maybe he does. Then again, are we ever going to see Trendon Watford? Who knows? I thought VJ Edgecombe had a I'd say a good game. VJ Edgecombe, again, don't know what the stats were, but His comfortability level was definitely there. His athleticism is off the charts. And he's making some of these wow highlight plays that kind of like blow you away. Like, whoa, didn't know that we were going to see it this quick, right? The tomahawk dunk, and he had a block that he sent into outer space. I like VJ Edgecombe. I like the fact that they're trying to get him reps with the ball in his hands, but I also think he's got to work on that three-point shot because as much as I like VJ Edgecombe, let's be completely honest here. Over the years, we've had a lot of defensive specialists. We've had a lot of guys that can do a lot of good things and they can move up and down the floor, but they just never developed the jump shot. So VJ Edgecombe, I believe, will get better, but he had a couple bad air balls today, and I hope that he gets more comfortable with the ball. But everything else he's doing, the rebounding, the grit, tough plays, diving on the floor, like I like all of it. So I'm not mad at VJ Edgecombe. I think he'll get better. The couple of guys that I'm concerned about that I think have seen a dip in their stock so far are Kelly Oubre and Justin Edwards. As I've said before, Kelly Oubre is much better suited as an off-ball player. You know, have the stars on the floor, put Kelly in the corner, let him be a spot-up 3-and-D guy. That's what he's best at. There are situations that we've seen over these first couple games where Kelly Oubre tries to do too much. He's dribbling, driving, spinning into traffic, losing the ball, and it just doesn't look good. It kind of reminds me of what he looked like back in Charlotte before he came to Philly. We don't want that. We don't need him to take 15 shots tonight. We just need him to defend on the perimeter and knock down threes. So I think Kelly's got to be better, and he's got to clean it up, and he's got to be smarter. A couple bad fouls he had. Justin Edwards has been shocking. The other night he went 0 for 8. Today he finally hit a 3, but he's not playing with confidence. He doesn't look to be like the Justin Edwards we saw halfway through the year last year where he was just making winning plays. Maybe it'll come with time. Maybe he just needs a little more experience. But I am putting a lot of stock into Justin Edwards, and I don't like what I'm seeing right now. So I hope that it improves. Other than that, I feel like Adem Bona really didn't get a lot of burn. Like, we saw him to begin the game. You know, once again, jumping out of the gym, couple lob threat opportunities, but they played Drummond a lot. They played Barlow a lot, Walker. It almost feels like Nurse has already made his mind up that Adem Bona is going to be the starting center. Or the starting backup center, I mean. So, I don't know. What else can we really take from this game? I mean, it was a bad showing overall, especially in the third quarter. I mean, the backups of the backups brought them back to life, but, you know, how much stock can we put in that? And you look at the New York Knicks, they just have they have a guy that kind of fits each niche of what they need, right? It's all catered around Brunson and Karl Anthony Towns, but they have the dog rebounder in Mitchell Robinson. They have OG Anunoby, who is sniping threes in this game, who can defend 4 or 5 positions. They have Mikal Bridges, who obviously was a disappointment last year, but, you know, needs to just kind of become accustomed to his role and not do too much. You think about other guys that the Knicks have, right? That can be on and off, but like Josh Hart or before DiVincenzo, like, you have to find those niche players. And I hope that we see them emerge with the Sixers. But then again, it all goes back to the fact that those players, those niche guys, can be as good as they want. If the starters don't play, then there's no hope at all. So that's really my overall takeaways. A couple days ago, people said I was overreacting at the first preseason game. I don't think I was, because when a team goes 3 for 35 from 3, I think that's very concerning. But I'm trying not to overreact today. I just, didn't look that good. Hopefully we can get some of these guys back out there and they can actually try a little bit in the preseason, and we can see some more creativity. Or maybe this kind of just drags into the season, and then we go from there once Joel Embiid and Paul George get back on the floor. So that's where I'm at. Those are my thoughts. Drop your comments in the chat. I want to read out a few comments. What's your overall takeaway from these first 2 games? I haven't talked a lot about the Abu Dhabi preseason games. Those have now concluded, these first 2 games. But I thought that If I'm the NBA, right, and I'm thinking about how can I promote this to another country that's not really used to watching basketball, I feel like they fumbled the bag on that. Because today there was probably like 40 fouls called. The game went almost 3 hours. And the other day there was like 30-something fouls called. I just don't know how that's appealing to anybody else. I don't think they optimized it the best that they could. That's my personal opinion. And I think that, going forward, who knows, I mean, there was a bunch of Knicks fans there. They were wearing Knicks jerseys. I don't know if they just became Knicks fans for this series or what, but watching the Sixers, they're probably like, yeah, I don't want to be a fan of that team, right? But other than that, man, glad to finally be done these Abu Dhabi preseason games and go back to normalcy. That way we can also watch Quentin Grimes play, and I'm sure he'll have a lot to prove. But other than that, man, don't have much else to add on this game. Like I said, we'll be live every game, pregame, live game, postgame. I'm sure there'll be games where we have a lot more to say, and then we'll start taking phone calls. I don't see it necessary today, but there's just not much else to really say about this game. Let's go read out a couple comments in the chat. Drop your overall takeaways and thoughts. We have Larry, who says Jabari Walker had a good game, very physical today. I like Jabari Walker. I think he's going to bring an element to this team of rebounding, defensive rebounding specifically, and just, versatility that they need. Dom says VJ Edgecombe seems like he'll get better every game. He has the mindset too. Like I said, he was flying out of the gym today. He was everywhere, and they didn't play him as many minutes as they did last game. But VJ Edgecombe was there. He is emerging, and he's got to fine-tune some things, but I like him so far. Max's Drummond looks like a dinosaur out there. His style is extinct. He definitely doesn't play the new style of basketball. I mean, he did hit a three, and then there was another opportunity where Andre Drummond, I guess, got cocky or maybe just having fun. He pops up a corner three, and he turns around and starts running away like he's Steph Curry. And obviously the shot did not go in. So even when I listen to Andre Drummond at Media Day, it kind of just sounds like a guy who knows he's on the back burner and he's just having fun, honestly. Busy Bee says Kelly needs to get it together for sure. He's been really bad. He's been inefficient. Very inefficient. Harris says Chandler made a good impression today. VJ is loading. Maxey needs more of a shooting role. Andre's hilarious. Yeah. JM says it's not just Brunson. They have a seasoned roster. It isn't their first time playing together. Brunson would not do well with the players who played on the Sixers. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. A bunch of guys who probably aren't going to be in the rotation come October, the end of October, November, December. So this team has a lot to clean up. I still would like to see them reveal more in the preseason. Like, again, I just think that Nick Nurse is telling them to go out there and just kind of like jog around and have fun. But I really want to see them get creative. That is what brought Nick Nurse to Philly. Like, obviously, he chose to come here over other jobs because of the roster. But we wanted an innovative offensive mind. And we're just not seeing it right now. So I hope that we do get to see that. Max says we're spending all season saying waiting for Embiid and PG to be healthy. When have I heard that before? Yeah, exactly. I know it's risky, but again, it's like, what else can we do? What else can we do? Because, like I said, we're calling them the Philadelphia day by days. All we can do is take it day by day. Because they sign long contract extensions. You can't just go out and trade them. And you can't even build their value up to trade them if you wanted until they get back on the floor. So unfortunately, we're here stuck in this game of wait and see. And that's all we can do right now. But I guess we can try to, extract certain things that we like from the players that are on the floor, that are playing. And that's really all it comes down to right now. Casey says each one of the guys that is out right now has averaged close to 20, so I'm not worried when it comes to the office if healthy. Well, that's the phrase right there, Casey, if healthy. If healthy is what it comes down to. If healthy, yeah, they can be a great team. If not, then they can't. It sucks because it feels like the East is wide open this year. This is like the most wide open it'll be. And they need to take advantage of it. But other than that, man, I don't really have much else to add on this game. The Phillies start their playoffs today. The Eagles are trying to stay undefeated. People are excited in Philly sports today, but the Sixers start off the day with a preseason loss, and they go down 112-104, 0-2 in the preseason, and hopefully we'll get to see more players in the next couple of games. That's where I'm at, man. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. We'll wrap it up early today. It's the Sixers post-game live show presented by Sleeper right here on Philly Take with RB. Tune in every game live, pre-game, live game, post-game. And if you're watching this back on a podcasting platform or listening to it, make sure you share it and rate it wherever you're at. Hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. We'll be back with some videos this week. Make sure you turn on notifications here on the YouTube channel. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. I'll catch y'all on the next one, man. Peace.